don't ever go to a strip club right when they open. One of the worst decisions we've ever made. You think you get to a strip club right when they open and you're the first people there? No! There was a big fat guy in the corner who never left. I don't know why you seem like such a Kelly Clarkson guy.
I am a Kelly Clarkson guy. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, honestly, f*** you. And that's to everybody in the chat. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, f*** you. I'm not calling you a slur by saying you love Sam Laporta. It's okay. You love Sam Laporta. Say you love Sam Laporta. Say it.
I like Sam Laporta tonight.
No, say you love him.
I like Sam Laporta.
No, say you love him, dude.
I don't love Sam Laporta.
But 18 and 19 is good enough for the Florida Gators. As long as you're a young, cool guy who f***ing gets top 10 recruiting classes every f***ing year, and you lose games to Georgia Southern and South Florida. I f***ing hate this guy.
You think I have a model?
You don't have a model. You've never talked.
You are being serious. You think I have a model?
You ever thought about having a model?
No. Motherfucking hob. What's up, everybody? We are live from Dayton, boots on ground. I think Steak is connected to the Wi-Fi. We had a little bit of trouble. That's why we started late. Sorry about that. It wasn't because I was doing push-ups. BK also is in his car. I totally forgot today is Wednesday, and we are talking golf. We got to recap a little golf, and then we got to talk Valspar. We will talk about the first 4 games last night. We're also going to dig into the games tonight. Hint, hint, Miami of Ohio Redhawks. I don't care what the line is. We're going all in, boots on ground. We'll talk about Dayton. We'll talk about all that. So we got a fun show lined up for you. Thanks, everybody, for hopping in and joining. I'm going to bring BK up. I don't know if Steak is good. Steak can bring himself up. Otherwise, I think we are ready to roll. BK, good morning. Thanks for joining us in your car. New color hoodie, which I like. It's not the
dude. I'm not on the screen. Steak's on the screen.
To me, I'm not on the screen.
No, you're on the screen. Hold on, I'll get you all on the screen.
Yeah, there we go.
All on the screen now.
I see all of us.
I see all of us.
BK sandwich.
Yeah, chat. Can you guys confirm? Can you get all of us on the screen right now? I think we're all on the screen. Steak is in the lounge. I'm in the room. BK's in his car. In a dreary day in Long Island. Confirmed. Okay, rock and roll. BK, good morning. Thanks for hopping in. First and foremost, before we start talking Valspar, we got to recap the players. What a golf tournament. What a golf tournament. As they say on Twitter, the golf was good. I don't know how you feel about that saying. I know it's cliche. I don't know who started it. I like it. I think it's good. The golf was great. You and I met up Saturday, which was a very good time with Buddy Kyle, and shout out Rob.
Shout out Rob.
By the way, all you guys kept saying was, "Oh, Rob's a good golfer." Blah 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 blah. He comes in, he hits it 245. I get up to the tee in the rough, no carry, 252.
You're a better golfer than him.
Yeah. I outdrove him. But me, you, and Steak. We're all very, very live in this tournament at the players. I had Fitzpatrick. Steak had Fitzpatrick. We took him live on the stream when Limp Dick Morikawa withdrew. You were live with Ludwig, a guy that you have said has no nuts, and you were somewhat vindicated, validated, justified, whatever word is appropriate for that. But
I had Fitz.
Oh, you had Fitz too?
Yeah, I fucking invented Fitz.
You didn't invent Fitz. Stop it. You didn't invent Fitz. I'm a little surprised you didn't have Cam Young. I forgot what the reason was.
I should have been on the winner. I should have bet him to win 20 grand. I apologize.
I mean that because you said it's Cam Young's year.
You don't think I'm upset that I didn't have him?
I know you're fucking upset. I'm upset for you. I'm just saying. I in retrospect, I'm shocked you weren't on Cam Young.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're fucking welcome. There you go. How about that? Anyways, Steak, do me a favor. Actually, Steak, you want to just mute when you're not talking? Well, not that. Did you just switch camera spots? You're good. Just stay up there. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah. It's a little active in the lounge. That's okay. It'll die down a little bit when everybody's done with that.
I mean, a lot going on in Dayton, Ohio right now.
Anyways, Dayton. Yeah, actually, I've got good things to say about Dayton. Anyways, fun golf tournament. What was your takeaway? What were your thoughts? Ludwig shitting his pants.
I've been fucked in the ass in this tournament 3 years. in a row. I had the greatest card ever assembled in 2024. They all lost to Scotty. He was 5 back. Last year, JJ spawned 100-1, loses to nobody over 72 holes. Best golfer of all time, beats him in a playoff. This year, I had Ludd, leads all weekend. He shits his pants, and then Fitz is in position to win the golf tournament. And Cam Young plays the best of his golf of his life to beat me. So, yeah, this tournament is just nonstop fucking for me. It is the most. I cap it perfectly, and my guys can't get across the line. So it's quite upsetting. I'm not on the screen right now.
You're on the screen to me. I think you're fine. I think when Steak adds himself, maybe it messes up a little bit.
Okay, real quick, does it sound quieter where I am? Because I just made a move.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Okay,
does.
perfect. Okay, keep talking.
And just real quick, Double Down Donnie said, why didn't they just stream from the same room? This is a Steak thing. I don't know. He doesn't like streaming.
Wait. DK, do you think it's weird I don't want to stream right next to
hear
DJ?
each other.
No. One computer and him and I sit next to each other.
On the same chair. Yeah, it's weird.
You could
Weird.
do that.
No, you could do that. It's not that weird. Steak gets weird about it. It's fun. It's not that weird. Anyways, we're gonna make it happen. We'll be fine. Yeah, you have a bad history here, and that's tough. I still want to give you credit because the process is processing, so you did a really good job. Does it hurt a little bit more that the guy who you've been adamant is a no nuts, not very good golfer, Ludwig Aberg, is the one who fucked you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel vindicated on Ludd. I think he's the most overrated golfer on tour, no question. I mean, he easily could have won the golf tournament and 2 bad swings, and he probably wins, and all the narratives are flipped, and I'm on it celebrating. But yeah, I do feel vindicated on Ludd. I do. I've said that he is very overrated, and he shouldn't be at the prices he's at, but he's drifted. Like
right.
when you clip that of me, he was like 18-1 that week. It's like, all right, dude, like 30, 35. Yeah, that's where he should be, in my opinion.
Well, you have always said that. He was never deserving of that number for a long time. At 30, you struck, which was good, which was smart. He was dominating. Cam Young shot on 17. One of the best shots. I don't think I'm overreacting as someone who has been watching golf for not as long as the average person, but falling in love with the sport. Nothing better. I tweeted it. Nothing better than a golf sweat in the world of gambling. Nothing. Cam Young shot on 17 will forever be in my memory.
Yeah, it's actually funny because like I was so nervous in that moment. I'm like half watching because I don't want to see it. And when it landed, I was like, all right, like 20, 30 feet, like make a par. Well, I never thought Fitz was winning, but 20, 30 feet, and it just getting closer and closer and closer. And I actually thought the putt missed because it looked outside the hole and it just dove right in. And in that moment, I was like, okay, we're dead. We're dead. I'm going to kill myself. And yeah,
on GTA, in GTA, you can't say that on Twitch, by the way.
I apologize.
That's okay. No, I'm not talking about 375-yard perfect bomb. I'm talking about 17. The Island Green panhandled better. That was unbelievable. And BK, I guess my question is this, and then we'll move on to Valspar. Were you losing with Fitzpatrick? We all lost with Fitzpatrick. I still have a hard time shitting on Fitzpatrick.
He got beat. He did not lose it.
Yes, that's a very good way to say it because he showed up Sunday. He showed up.
I mean, he missed a couple makeable birdies, but he made a decent amount of putts. And like, I don't know, he got beat. I don't even care about the bogey on 18. It's an extremely hard hole. Like, he hit a good drive. No, Fitz did not choke anything away. In my opinion, Cam Young just made everything he looked at all week because he's a luck box piece of shit, and he beat Fitz. Like, that's it. And the way he handled the crowd in his interview after, all class from Fitz.
Yeah, all class from Fitz. Did you think the chanting of the USA was corny?
I mean, it's corny. I mean, it's fine. It's funny to me that, like, if it was Ludwig versus Cam Young, that wouldn't have happened. Or if it was, like, Thor Bjornsson versus Cam Young, that wouldn't have happened. But since Fitz is an Englishman and Cam Young played on the Ryder Cup, everyone goes crazy. But no, I don't – you shouldn't boo a player in a PGA Tour event. Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, Steak, I muted you just whenever you want to chat, just unmute yourself. But the background noise is better, but it's just – I don't know. It kind of makes sense.
If you have anything else, feel free to chime in. But otherwise, let's talk a little Valspar. I've been to this tournament. It's in and out when I was down. Guys trip, Clearwater ish. It was a good time. This is it's not like the most serious golf tournament, but it's one that the golf community at least recognizes and likes to gamble on. Like, what kind of field do we have here?
It's solid. I mean, there's
Yeah.
there's a solid amount of players at the top. It's usually a very exciting finish. I've been lower on this event in the past, but honestly, with the field and how hard it plays, it's honestly a above average PGA Tour event in my opinion.
Okay. What do we need to look for in a golfer with this?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough scoring conditions, but all types of golfers have won here, and a lot of long shots have won here. So, it's tough to say one you know style of play can win here. But I will tell you, it's going to be windy Friday, Thursday, and Friday. It's going to be pretty difficult conditions. Hovland's won here, Burns has won here, Paul Casey's won here, Taylor Moore won here, Peter Malnati won here. I'm not looking for any tournament. You got to be good with your irons and make some putts. But I don't have like a set thing you have to be good at.
Okay. So, do you have your card?
No.
Okay. Have you made any progress on your card?
Kind of. I know some guys I'm betting.
I'm pulling up the leaderboard right now, by the way, so I'm a little behind
Osborne.
Sorry. Yeah, Oddsboard. Thank you. I'm pulling up my picket. Oh, shout out to 2-0 last night. No big deal. We'll talk about that later. Fucking ball knower. Let's see. Golf. Where is it? Here it is. Schauffele up at the top, 11-1. I had Schauffele last week. Little upset about him. We're not gonna go into it. We don't have the time for it.
Great car last week.
He's a fucking loser, but at the end of the day, I mean, he played good golf. He's a good golfer. I think he's gonna get one. Fitzpatrick 15-1, Schauffele top of the board at 11-1. Then you got Victor at 19. Bati has been good, and Bridgman at 22. This feels like a place Bridgman can win a golf tournament. He just feels like that kind of guy, like a Tampa guy. I don't know. You got like kind of a stupid look on your face right now, so I'm not sure.
He finished third here last year.
Okay, fine. There you go. I feel like Hovland is going to become serious and is knocking on the door. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, I mean, Akshay or Bridgman. Who are you talking about?
Hovland.
What?
I just said I went back to Hovland. I said Hovland. Oh, Akshay withdrew. Okay. Wow. I said I think Hovland is Bridgman already won. I'm talking about Hovland is knocking on the door.
I don't know. I'm not as high on Hovland. Like, he's had a couple okay results. It was a lot of chipping and putting last week. He won this event last year. I'm not rushing to bet Hovland. I don't think he's like trending hard.
Okay, fine. How about my guy Brooks? Well, first off, Justin Thomas played some good golf. Do you think that was fluky, or do you think JT is going to be serious?
I think it was a little fluky. It's hard for me to bet a guy that was 140-1 last week and bet him at 25-1 this week. Also, again, we have rules here. We have two rules in play. Justin Thomas lost this tournament in heartbreaking fashion last year. Therefore, he's dead this year, so he's dead. Fitz lost the tournament last week in pretty devastating fashion. I would say Fitz is dead this week. It's hard for me to see Fitz. Not that, it was super devastating, but that wasn't a normal tournament. Playing in that group with Cam Young, that took a lot out of him. Is he going to go out and win the next week? I would say likely not. So to me, Fitz, JT dead.
Okay, all fair. Hovland at this number never wins shit. You're absolutely right. I'm okay with moving on to that. Let's go to some guys who are a little bit juicier. I'm gonna pass over Brooks, Spieth, and Cantlay unless you're on any of them.
I'm on Spieth.
You're on Spieth. You were on Spieth last week?
No, I was on him at Bay Hill. Finished T11.
You're on him at Bay Hill. Okay, why are you on Jordan Spieth?
He's won here back in the day, but he also has a third here when he was like the Jordan Spieth we know now in 2023, when he was like a similar caliber golfer. His irons were really, really good last week, and he never plays well at TPC Sawgrass. So I think Spieth is close. It might be a Ponzi scheme, but I'm in. Brooks is very popular this week.
Yeah, which makes sense. I bet him to win the Masters. I got some pushback on that. 40-1 first click after what I saw last week. I think Brooks is getting right. And I think mentally he's like determined to gain his respect back. So I'm not going to be on him this week. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. I'm going to pass. Can't lay, no interest. Connor's played some pretty good golf. He's sitting at around 32, 33-1. Then Spawn and Nikolai Hojgaard. Any of those guys tickle your fancy?
I like Spawn, but Spawn should be like 50-1, and he's 30-1, and I can't get there. He's had a really bad start to the season, but he played well last week, but nothing crazy. Finished like T25. I know Spawn's a U.S. Open champion, but he played awful to start the year. The guy should be like, I feel like everyone, and I'm not one to complain about odds, but like, I feel like everybody should be like 15 points higher than they actually are this week.
Fair. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's probably, it's just the effect of no Scotty and no Rory, I would have
Yeah.
to, right? All right. I mean, Spawn always kind of looks at me funny. I might consider him already. Rio Hisatun.
Okay. I have never seen so many people on such a random golfer at a random event. Everybody is betting Rio Hisatune this week. He's gone from like 66-1 to now 35-1. If you're betting Rio Hisatune at 35-1, you're an absolute mark. You're a fish, and it won't work out for you.
Did you just say a mark?
A mark.
What is that?
A mark is like the person at the poker table that sucks.
Oh, interesting.
I might have made that up, but I think
no. Well, I love Rounders. You ever seen the movie Rounders?
I have, yes.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
Get your intern to look it up.
Steak and I would call that person like a donkey, like a donk, you know,
like a chalk donkey.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. He's gonna be this week's Colin Morikawa. Be careful. For first round withdraw. Okay. Sahith Theegala, 35-1. Couple other guys I wanted to ask you about. Smotherman, 50?
Very popular, makes a lot of sense. His number got cratered.
I'm gonna go down to the 50s and 60s and just kind of fly through this. My guy Ricky Castillo seems to be like he might be a real golfer.
Yeah, I think you missed the win, but I don't hate it if you want to go back.
Is Taylor Pendrith capable of winning another golf tournament at 60-1?
Yeah. I think yeah.
I don't hate Max McGreevy.
Okay.
I'm out on Pearson Cootie, but he's 75-1. That's not bad.
He was playing really well to start the year, 2 really bad starts in a row, and now he's drifted back. I don't hate buying low on him.
Okay, Marco Penge.
No beef. I like Marco. He just had a kid, so that's kind of tough.
Yeah, I'm out. Billy Ho. Could he be this week's Justin Thomas?
No, but I will tell you, I'm betting Max Homa this week. I love Max Homa this week. Won on TGL last night, made a zillion birdies last week. But the course, it can create a lot of bogeys and everything. I'm going to take the good Max Homa 70-1. That's a no-brainer.
Okay. Cornfields is asking Finau.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
It's Rat Poison Week. Seabez 80-1. Never hate a Seabez play.
Never hate a Seabez play. You invented Seabez.
Yep. So we got some subs coming in. I'll acknowledge them in a minute. All right, BK. I got to tell you, I don't know.
You don't love the board?
Yeah, I don't love the board. I kind of agree with you that these numbers are tough.
Yeah, especially like Wednesday. Like it's. I don't like betting early. But a lot of these guys, like you said, in the Scotty, non-Scotty Rory weeks, like their numbers just get cratered.
Yeah.
Like Smotherman opened at like 80-1 and Rio opened at like 66-1.
So I don't even really know that I can force it. We'll see what Steak's thinking in a second. Let me read you Bogey Party's card. Bogey was sweating Ludwig with you as well. And I think
I had a long day drinking Saturday. Right before I went to bed, I was like, the only person I don't have in this tournament is Cam Young. Like, he's 10-1. Like, let me just throw $30 on him. So I was happy I did that right before I went to bed. So it wasn't like the worst thing ever. Like, I saved the week. That was kind of like a your hedge where it's like Friday and you're like, oh, like who could, potentially win? This is hedging. But yeah,
Good for
So
you.
it wasn't the worst week ever.
Yeah. Did you see I used, by the way, thanks again to Barty Bart for King of the Course. You got to tap into that if you haven't already on the Green Book. Guy who gets the most birdies Thursday and Friday. You bet your outright and then just opt in. Minwoo got me a couple free bonus bets. I put it on Cam Young 10-1. So it looks like we both had a nice little happy hedge there. All right. I'm going to just run through real quick what I'm thinking. No Xander, no Fitz. I'm out on Hovland. You're right. He doesn't win at that number. Bhatia withdraws. No Bridgman, no JT, no Brooks. You're on Spieth. No Cantlay, no Connors. I'm going to take Spawn. I'm a Spawn guy. He played a little bit better last week. I'm going to take Spawn.
There's nothing wrong with a light card.
I'm going to take Ricky.
Okay.
Bogey's card real quick. Spieth, Nikolai Hojgaard, Matt McCarty, Taylor Moore, Homa, Marco Penge, Matt Schmidt, and Takumi Kanaya.
I need to know who Steak likes.
Steak, talk to us.
All right, so I am taking Fitz. Sorry, but we don't need to talk about that. Here's the guys I like that you didn't.
Why are
talk
you
about.
betting
He's going to keep doing that because you said not to do it, just so you know.
That's not necessarily true.
No, square up. What's your beef?
It's not true, and I think you can acknowledge that I'm not fading BK. Matter of fact, I take most of BK's golf advice. I even started betting guys to win 1,000. Are you not proud of me for that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
I'm
think
proud of you for a lot of things, but you cannot deny that you are intentionally betting the guy who had a heartbreak loss the week after.
Correct, but not because
Or
BK.
is it because you were close on him last week, so you don't want to miss it this week?
No, it's because that's the way I gamble. It's not to fade you. It is just the way I gamble. The guy who had a heartbreaking loss last week, I do like to bet on. I can't help it, but it has nothing to do with you not liking that angle. It's just the type of gambler I am.
Okay, fair.
But
I'll
let's
give you
move past Fitz. He's like the second favorite. That's not interesting. Corey Connors, a guy who I've hit outright 60-1 before. I got a soft spot for Corey Connors.
Would
and
love
obviously,
to see when that happened, but okay.
it really happened. Degen can vouch. I hit Corey Connors 60-1, whatever tournament he won. True story.
He probably knows all the tournaments he's won. Go ahead.
He's won the Valera Open twice. The second time he won it, he was like 20-1.
Then it was the first time.
He like Monday queued into it. It was like 2019.
Well, I think you took him live.
No, I didn't, dude. I am not even. You can't pull my card here. Look it up. On God, Corey Connors was like 60-1.
I
pull the tapes.
Yeah, I'm not sure on this one, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna find it. I am going to find it.
No, I know you will. Snake's not a liar. You miss. Go ahead.
Corey Connors 27-1. I'm sure I lost the best side of that number for sure. And then I'm going to take the boys, and that'll be done. Jordan Spieth and Brooks Koepka.
Your card is that you. That's no.
It might be a little bit overexposed.
No, you can't do
for
that.
4 guys. I can't have 4 guys.
You're all at the top.
It is 25-1 and
14-1.
Fitz, Connors, Brooks.
Yeah, no, that's overexposed.
No, you.
Okay, so. Fuck, but they're all 25-1 or better. That's not fair game. Okay, how about this?
14.
Okay, how about this? I'll get rid of Fitz. If he wins, I'm going to vandalize the car.
I'll be ready to go.
I'm going to vandalize your vehicle if Fitz wins, but I'll take him out and I'll add Hojgaard. How about that?
Okay.
Wait, hold on. But before making that modification, Fitz, Brooks, Connors, and who
Speed.
Speed. BK. Out of those 4, who would you remove? Fitz?
Brooks.
Easy.
Fitz,
100%.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that for sure. Okay, good.
That's my fucking rule.
Yeah. Okay.
He's removed. He's gone.
Okay. All right, BK. Thanks as always for making time. Thanks, man.
See ya.
Good luck this week. We'll see you.
BK.
WBK always making time for the golf talk. We appreciate it. And I will say, BK had a really good card last week, and he's knocking. The process is processing. Steak, you're doing well. You had Fitz, and you had another guy that was interesting last week too, didn't you?
I had Henley and Fleetwood. They hung around for a couple days and then fell off.
Yeah, Henley's gonna win another golf tournament, but
I kind of think that too. But I'm not Martin Galingham or whatever it's called.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Anyways, good morning, chat. I'm sorry, we kind of just got right into it. We had some Wi-Fi difficulties. We're in a hotel. Somebody said it's weird for 2 40-year-old men to share a bed. We have a room with 2 queens, by the way.
I wanna address it because it was the same person making all the comments. His name is Guru Griff. So yes, we are sharing a hotel room, Guru Griff. No, we are not sharing a bed. Yes, we are in our 30s, late 30s. No, we are not in our 40s. Yes, this is a green velvet hat. This hat goes hard as fuck. If you got a problem with it, that might be a you problem.
Now he's asking us to prove it. You want to know what this feels like? This feels like that guy, that Red Sox fan that was like, don't ask me if I think someone's good looking. I'm not gay.
Dude, bro, it gives the same exact energy.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are so weird for sharing a bed. Oh, you're not? Why don't you send me some pictures?
Are you guys like two gays or something?
Oh, I don't believe it. Why don't you put your feet in it? Anyways, Bobby Mack. I don't think Bobby Mack's in the field, but regardless, let's get into some things real quick. There were some sub bangs that we missed. Let me get back to him. Chef Timbo Slice coming in with 5. Tim, I hope that means you hit some wagers last night. Good to see you. Huxty with a new follow. Like Lightning, 36 months, 3 years. Bang. Props and Chops, 40 stream streak. Waka. 28 pushing 30, brother. When I was 28, I was going on 38, but enjoy your prime. You only got a couple years left. B Clem 8 with a sub bang as well. 38 months. All right, Steak, you sound pretty good. You look pretty good. How do you feel right now in the lounge?
I feel good, but just so everyone's aware, it will be a little noisy where I'm at. I'm in a public lounge, 10 doors down from Jeff, so it'll be a little noisy, but this is Grit, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. We're in Dayton, Ohio. We went to the first 4 yesterday. We're going to the first 4 today, but here we are still streaming for the people. This is grit and determination. I really want it. I don't want anyone to ever deny that.
No, people will continue to deny it because they like to fuck with us, but also, I mean, we do have a small pool of haters. I think, though, at the core, I can't think of, I'm not saying we're better than anybody. I'm really not, but we will make a stream happen anytime we can. Wherever we are, whatever we're doing. I'm at a coffee shop with some chick next to me reading a goddamn book. Steak's over here in a lounge with who knows what's going on. But I will say this, you're fine right now throughout the stream, though. If it gets noisy, just mute yourself and come off mute. If we need to, if it gets
okay, I got a lot to say, so it's gonna be tough to mute myself.
All right, fine, whatever. Where should we start?
Experience yesterday?
Let's talk about yesterday. So things happened quickly with Steak and I deciding that we were going to go to Dayton. We had a trip planned to Nashville to meet up with Cornfields, going to the Circa that's outside of Nashville Thursday, Friday. We were going to fly in, do 48 hours in Nashville, fly home. I had a flight book. Steak had a flight book. Steak was in Chicago and could not get out because Monday there was a massive storm all over half the country, from like the Midwest to the East Coast. So we were talking and we were like, hey, because we were also planning around Long Island. Like if Long Island was in Philly or Greenville or Buffalo, like we kind of have to go. We're going to ride the wave a little bit, ride the content wave, whatever. Some people are going to bitch about it. Oh, you're fucking being a fake fan. Shut up. Anyways, Long Island goes to San Diego, but we were also preparing for Long Island being the first 4. So at this time, Steak and I were already kind of talking about like, I don't really want them to be in the first 4. I hope they just go to the tournament. But also what started to creep in our head was the idea of going to the first 4 sounds kind of fun. And I had my timing work-wise was perfect because everything I had wrapped up like March 9th-ish around then. So this week for me is really light. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I think I'm going to go to Dayton. Steak's like, all right, well, you're going to Dayton. I'm going to fucking Dayton. Steak was going to fly back to Orlando and then fly to Orlando from Chicago, fly back to Dayton. But his flight got canceled. So Steak and his wife by the way, wife.
Yeah, she was a W for this.
Steak and his wife get a car. They drive from Chicago to Indianapolis in a fucking blizzard. 6 crashes.
Yeah, literally within a couple miles of each other. I mean, 6 crashes. We saw a big 18-wheeler wreck.
Crazy.
Had to straight up pull off the road and just slid off. It was crazy.
So people are going to ask why didn't I fly to Dayton? I like driving. I've driven from New York to Florida 10 times. It's like a 16 and a half hour drive. I did it in one day during COVID. But we usually stop. My wife and I stop in Raleigh. It's an 8.5 hour drive. It's halfway and it's usually fine. Or we'll do 4 hours to DC and then 8-9 hours to Savannah or whatever. But anyways, I look at my fucking Google Maps or Waze. Sorry. I want to talk about this for a second. Waze, Steak, you said this. I'm so glad you agree. Waze has fallen off.
Yes.
Waze fucked me. Waze tells me from New York to Dayton, it's like 8 hours and fucking 38 minutes. I'm like, well, this isn't bad. This is like New York to Raleigh. I got a lot of fucking podcasts to listen to. I got a lot of fucking VSiN to listen to. I'm just going to throw a couple, cram college basketball, put on a Pardon My Take, whatever. I thought I was going to be listening to fucking BTL too. Snowman, thank you. W Snowman. I get in the car. I'm in my car. I wake up at like 4:45, 5 o'clock yesterday, by the way. Get in my car. I get out. I cross Manhattan. I get out of Jersey to Newark. Waze is telling me still that it's like, I'm 8 hours and 28 minutes away. I'm sitting in traffic, sitting. And, the little bar is like, it goes blue to yellow to red. Yeah. It's not changing. I'm like, well, this is weird. Waze is not updating and I'm not moving. And I got to piss. And I'm like, this is a problem. And I'm like doing one of these. And I'm like, fuck. Well, there was a crash. I pull up Google Maps. Google Maps tells me 9 hours and fucking 57 minutes. A whole hour and 20 that Waze fucked me on. At this point, I'm pot committed. But I'll tell you right now, that was a little bit of a gut punch yesterday where I was like, fuck. Kind of wish I just booked a flight to Dayton.
Yeah, that would have been the difference for me too. Like, I think anything over 8 hours is tough. Like, I'd probably fly for anything over 8 hours. Like, for example, Orlando to Atlanta is 6 hours, and I'm like totally cool with that drive. But anything up to like South Carolina, North Carolina, I'm flying.
Yeah, my threshold is honestly right around like 9. Yeah. But the one thing to consider, like, yes, I have to stop to pee, but I'm quick. Like, I get right off, I run in, I pee, I come right back. Like, it's in and out. It doesn't really add that much time. You stop and get gas, no big deal, whatever. But the weather elements too add into it. I didn't realize because that storm passed and I looked and Tuesday was going to be okay. There were still some patches. It got fucking snowy in Pennsylvania. I was driving through some snowstorms. I could barely see them, like 10 and 2. The wind was ripping the entire time, 35, 40 miles an hour. My car is like, I'm right next to fucking semis. And I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, God damn it. This is not really going according to plan. The first 6.5, 7 hours were brutal. Funny you were tracking me and you're like, God damn, you're still in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a massive state.
I did not realize that. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just did not realize that.
Dude, it was so wide. All I kept telling myself was, I can't believe I'm not past fucking Pittsburgh yet. But right when I got past Pittsburgh, then it's like, all right, you're almost to Columbus. Then when you're to Columbus, it's like, all right, you're almost to Dayton. I got fucking fired up. I started jamming Seven Nation Army, listen to all the fucking podcasts, get right to the hotel. Steaks checked in because Steak went from Indy to Dayton, only an hour and a half, had himself a nice little fucking afternoon, relax, shut it down, whatever. I get right to the hotel, lay down, took like an 18-minute nap, shower. We get out to the bar. We meet Brinks. Shout out Brinks, W Brinks. I say he's a Foxhole guy. He's kind of both of our Foxhole guys, so we can share him. We get a delicious beer. We have a Steak has a high noon Sun Cruiser, whatever the fuck he drinks. Thank you to somebody who recommended Fieldhouse. I will say there was nobody there, which was kind of weird. But we did get dropped off in like the downtown little strip of Dayton, which I'm going to go back to and have lunch. We're going to have lunch somewhere today. Nice little college town.
Yeah. For sure. Well, I got a couple questions about the road trip before we talk about Dayton, but we will talk about Dayton.
True.
Number one, how many piss breaks?
Well, all right. You want me to be honest with you?
Of course.
Okay. I got 2 little cans of cold brew, the blue bottle cold brew. For whatever reason, there was like no coffee shops open at 6 a.m. So I got one the night before, W planning. I wanted just like a regular like bottle of cold brew. Well, they didn't have any. They had these little cans. And I had 2 of the little cans before I left. I stopped to pee about 3 times in the first hour and a half. But because I was in traffic, I do have a pee bottle.
Okay, so how many stops and then how many pisses in the bottle?
About 2 pisses in the bottle.
2 pisses in the bottle and 10 stops?
No, I'd say after that, I started to get my bladder under control. I'd say probably about 4 more stops. So in total, about maybe 6 to 7. But I want to be clear. Growing up, my dad had a pee cup. Like, this just runs in my family.
Yeah. So obviously, there's 10 kids in my family. And so when we would all go somewhere, I was one of 2 boys, and we were not going to be the reason the big old family van stopped. So we were peeing in bottles, and that was the only option we had. Yeah.
So I pulled over on the shoulder one time. It was a big shoulder, Driving out of New Jersey, by the way, is miserable. I fucking hate driving out of New Jersey. I don't hate the state of New Jersey, but anybody can attest to this. Driving out of the Holland Tunnel and getting out of New Jersey, I fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I had to pull over on a wide shoulder and just like get in the back seat and pee in the bottle. Then I finally got out to like the open road, another crash, fucking like 17-minute delay. But shout out Google Maps, man. Google Maps was fucking giving me alternate routes and they were all coming through. I stopped at a gas station. They only
This is going to be my follow-up question.
Go ahead.
You had a road trip from Subway.
Guys.
You sent me a picture. I'd like to hear about it. Sounds like you did a shit job ordering, but I'll allow you to tell the people.
Yeah. So I had my first Subway sub in, I'm not even exaggerating, probably about, I don't know, 12, 13 years. I really don't like Subway. And similar to coffee, there's so many more sub shops that have opened now. You have Firehouse, Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's, Potbelly, whatever, Lenwich. You have so many sub places. Like, I think Subway is disgusting. Since the $5 footlong, when I was a kid, I used to eat Subway all the time. It's just like everything. It's gone downhill. Gatorade is disgusting to me now, I go to the gas station and, well, funny enough, I stopped at a rest area and I didn't have to pee that bad, but I got gas and there was a Burger King. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'll just get gas here. I'll eat at the next one. Well, the next one I had to pee and I was really hungry. There was a Starbucks, a Sapporo, and a Subway. And I'm not fucking eating Sapporo. I'm not eating.
I've not had Sapporo in so long. Holy shit.
I'm not having anything from fucking Starbucks. So I was like, well, I'm getting Subway. And this rest stop was like, it was pretty clean. The gas pump wasn't working, reading my chip. The people working there were nice. I went to the Subway. I'm like, all right, they got their shit together. I'm looking at the ingredients and stuff. I'm like, and I know, I don't know like personally, but I went to high school with a kid who got fired for putting his nuts. He worked at Subway. He put his nuts in the cucumbers. And true story, he got rehired. Like, that's the kind of fucking place some Subways can be. So I always kind of just browse and I'm like, I just want to make sure these fucking tomatoes and shit, like, doesn't look like anybody put their nuts in there. Yeah, you laugh, bro. That shit really happens.
Oh my God. That's
anyways, I went bare bones on this sub. Bare bones, nothing crazy. Don't give me a chicken teriyaki, anything. I can't get the bubble cuts. I'm pissing enough. The last thing I knew was stopping shit. So I just get a bare bones, basic, boring fucking turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomato, banana peppers, mayo, mustard. Like, usually I'll do salt, pepper, oil, and vinegar. Maybe I'll throw some onions on there, whatever.
Oof, there's too many people around me to address the testicles and the cucumber.
Yeah. We'll talk about that another time. I had the entire sub. First, I ate half of it. I did buy a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. They have the Ruffles versions. I only ate about a third of it. I was like, you know what? I'm trying to eat good. I had a protein bar for breakfast. I had a banana. I'm like, I'm trying not to be a total piece of shit. And because we had a long week. We got to go to Nashville. Like, we're going to get banged up, So I ended up having the whole sandwich. It just, the only thing I enjoyed about it was the mayonnaise. Like, the actual turkey, the cheese, the bread sucks.
Nah, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to move on from the cucumbers until I have to ask a couple questions. I have to know, what is the conversation like when you're the manager, the hiring manager, and you're rehiring the person who put his balls in the cucumber? What do you say? Is he saying it was an accident?
No, I think he got hired at another Subway.
Oh, so they weren't aware that he was the balls and cucumber guy.
Yeah, but I remember it was a big thing. It was like, yo, Zach is actually hired at another Subway. And it was like,
so never go to that Subway.
Well, yeah, like, we were really concerned. Honestly, this guy might be in an insane asylum now. He was just a weird dude. We all have those weird dudes we grew up with, but I wasn't like friends with him, but you knew of the guy, you know what I'm saying?
McKiffin brings up a good point. Subway needs a database,
Yeah. Well, they probably do. This was like 20 something years ago. You know what I mean? They probably are a little bit better now, but I mean, you'd be surprised. That shit happens all the fucking time. Not like nuts in vegetables, but I'm saying like, like
not somewhere.
Something. Yeah. Anyways, the sub was just not good. It's just not good. And I'm not trying to be a hater. I really tried to like it. I'm not going to say it was like horrendous, but it just did nothing for me. And the bread is bad. The Subway does a good job of making their bread smell good. It does not taste good. It doesn't.
I'll say it doesn't matter. You didn't ask me what to order, and I didn't think you were going to. I don't think you got one of the staples. I saw some people in the chat talking about it. Meatball sub.
Yep.
Meatball sub or sweet onion chicken teriyaki. That sauce really bangs. Also, they have 2 new sauces, chipotle and garlic aioli. Put that shit on anything and it tastes better, but I'm not going to give you too much pushback. I'm actually proud that you tried one.
Yeah, and I will be fair. I will be clear. When I used to go to Subway when I was younger, I loved the meatball. I used to go between the meatball and my go-to like turkey with all the fucking extra shit on it. I never really liked the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. It was always the really popular like sub that they promoted. It was never really my thing. I just always thought their chicken looked so weird. But anyways, I agree with you. I like their meatball. Any other questions before we start
about your road trip? No, let's start talking about Dayton.
Okay. By the way, somebody asked if Degen enjoys anything. Yes, I do. I enjoy a lot of things. I swear. You just don't really hear about it. Like I used to love Jimmy John's. Steak, I always hated Jimmy John's. Even when we worked together, there was a Jimmy John's that opened in Orlando.
I think something happened to me yesterday that made me realize why I don't really like Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's. And it came to me. I don't really like Jersey Mike's. I think it's really, really overrated.
That's interesting.
It's not like I would eat Jersey Mike's and it's perfectly fine. I just think it's overrated. And Snowman was streaming yesterday while I was driving around Dayton. I was listening in my Kia. By the way, it's a really nice Kia, brand new. It has like 4,000 miles on it. Solid Kia. Nothing bad to say about it at all.
Kia's on the up and up.
Snowman said no sub is better cold than it is hot. And yeah, I there was people disagreeing in the chat. However, I agree 100%. I like I like hot subs. I like toasted subs. Jersey Mike's doesn't do that. Jimmy John's doesn't do that. That's why I think I don't like them as much. Like I prefer a Firehouse over both those places, to be honest. Publix, I asked them to toast my subs at Publix. A lot of people don't do that. And that's why I think Jersey Mike's is overrated. Like a cold sub is not as good as a hot sub to me at all.
Yeah, so this is where I disagree. I'm not anti-toasted sub for what it's worth. Like I used to even like Quiznos, where they put that shit through a toaster. Like I like the meat and the cheese and everything like warmed up, but you can get at Mike's, you can get like a chicken Philly or something, and all that is
Philly, yes.
Yeah, well, that is considered a hot sub because the meat and everything you get is hot. So the bread kind of like warms up into it. I like that, but I don't agree. Like some people are saying like cold subs blow. How do you not like a classic like Italian? You know?
Yeah, I like it, just not as much as a hot sub.
No, that's fair. I'm more so kind of asking the chat if they say like straight up like cold subs are ass. That's a pretty fair take, actually. That's a pretty fair take.
You know what Quiznos? You know what Quiznos rocked at?
No.
Commercials.
Yeah.
They had crazy good commercials.
Did I ever tell you my Quiznos hack back in the day?
No.
So
balls and cucumbers?
No, I was an only child, but my aunt, who was older than me, she was like, her and I, like my mom would work and then she would go to like night classes to get her degree. And my aunt was like supervising me. Well, we just ripped pot. Like we were smoking nonstop. And our thing to do when we would get really high,
ripped pot, fuck yeah, bro.
We would go to Quiznos and we're standing there and the subs are going through. And all of a sudden my aunt goes, "Do you know they have big cookies?"
Not that I recall, but it makes sense.
Bro, she just goes, "Can I get a chocolate chip cookie? And can you put that through the toaster?" Oh. And they did it. Dude, it was like a scene in a movie. And I'm a massive cookie guy. And you talk about hot. Like I like a hot, warm chocolate chip cookie. I was like, oh my God. And we just stood there and watched the cookie come down the little toaster. And the fucking chocolate was bubbling. And it came out. And it was just, that was like Cam Young's golf shot on 17. Like that is a memory I'll just never forget.
It sounds delicious. That sounds delicious, especially after ripping pot.
So, yeah, that was a good time. Now I kind of want a cookie. Where were we?
Well, we're now ready to talk Dayton.
So we got some things to talk about with college basketball. It's 10:50. We have plenty of time. We're gonna talk to you guys and let you know our experience last night. I have some things that I have to account for and take accountability for and explain myself. Which I don't know if you want to do that first or do that after. Like
No, because that's the end of the second game. So I think we should go in chronological order. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, something like that.
Let's go in chronological order. So I'll start. I got here first. I drove through Dayton. I went to the mall. And
can I take a piss while you do this?
Yeah, sure.
All right, good.
I drove through Dayton. I went to the mall. Interesting town. Ohio's an interesting place. To be completely honest, I'm pro Ohio. So I feel like 40% of our chat is from Ohio. And I'm not sucking up to you guys, but I've been to Cleveland. I've raged in Cleveland. I went for a Cleveland Browns game. I went to Indians game. Sorry, I'm not saying Guardians because when I went, they were the Indians, and I'm always going to call them the Indians. Went to the NFL draft in Cleveland. Then I went to Cincinnati. Both like people like, oh, you're going to Ohio, dude. Be prepared to have a miserable time. First of all, I'm from Florida. I want to say the people here in Ohio are so much nicer. So much nicer than the people from Florida. Almost everybody's shit. People from Chicago are nicer. People from Indianapolis were crazy nice. I think the people at the hotel in Indianapolis were like some of the nicest people ever. But Ohio, the big cities, I've never been to the little cities. Like I drove from Cleveland to Canton to go to the Football Hall of Fame, and that's about as much little town Ohio as I've experienced. Cleveland and Cincinnati, good times. Nothing bad to say about Ohio, Cleveland, Cincinnati, or Dayton. But I pulled up to Dayton, get off the exit where the university is, and I see the arena. I think it's called UD Arena or University of Dayton Arena. I don't think it's got a fancy name. And I literally texted Biev and Degen, and I said, this arena looks like it fucks. And I was not wrong at all. We got bitched at a little bit for this, so I'm glad Jeff's back for this. We didn't go to the first half of UMBC Howard, which I don't regret at all. I think it's perfectly fair to not go to the first half of a 16 versus 16 when you're going to a second game. But the first half of that game rocked. Did you hurt yourself?
I just hit my knee. I'm on a desk right here, and I put my leg to like slide through, and I hit my knee. I'm sorry. I try not to be distracting because you're in this.
It's totally fine. Are we questionable now to go to the games tonight?
No, I'll be all right. you wheel me in that bitch. You think I'm too proud to get a wheelchair?
Yeah, no, probably mean we get better seats. Right? You get the wheelchair seats. You ever had those? What are they called?
Yeah. No, I've never had them, but yeah. Are you done? I have a thing about Ohio. Are you done? Are you still?
No, I want you to talk about Ohio. No, I'm good.
Okay. You were saying something about the Midwest being really nice, and that is one thing I remember from my last time being in Chicago. They are kind of New Yorkish, but they're like welcoming. You know, like if you go into a bagel or a coffee shop in New York, it's like you get up to order. It's like, what do you want? Like, hurry up.
Yeah.
Chicago, when you go in, it's just like, hey, come on in. Welcome to Joe's, whatever. What can I get you? It's a little bit more like friendly, but it's still like city, like quick. I told you this about my observation from people of Ohio, and I want to tell the chat, and I want to hear what they have to say, and I hope they don't get offended, because did you say good things or bad things about the people of Ohio?
Very good things. Incredibly nice people. Almost everyone I've had any sort of interaction with has been really nice.
We talked about Ohio State fans just kind of being like rough, but they're very proud. And I kind of like that. It was a little strange to me. I was like, how are you so fucking proud of Ohio? But it's like, I still like it. I think it's cool to like be proud of your state and be passionate about it or whatever.
Is it crazy to say that it might be, and I'm going to get flamed for this, but is it maybe the most proud state in America?
Feels like it.
Like, is anybody more proud to be where they're from than people in Ohio are in Ohio?
Oh man, that's maybe Texas. Yeah,
it's a good one. Texas is a good one, but Texas is getting a little Florida-ish, where like everybody there is starting to not be from there. I feel like, is that wrong?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Because the reason it's not New Yorkers, I don't know who's on the Book at Sports account, is New Yorkers are completely full of shit because they go move everywhere else, and then they brag about being from New York, but they're everywhere else.
Yes.
That's why I'm in Colorado. There ain't a soul in Colorado that's from Colorado.
Yes. When you go to New York, I try to tell people this all the time. When you go to New York, you don't interact with New Yorkers. You interact with people who have moved to New York from all over the world. The real New Yorkers are in Long Island and the outskirts, and you never interact with them. But like Ohio,
who are you talking to? You talking to a guy who?
I'm talking.
No, I'm saying, but I still live in Florida, and there's more New Yorkers in Florida than Floridians.
Right, which has been that way for a while. Like even in like the 80s and 90s, like people from the Northeast were like buying fucking property in South Florida. Anyways, hold on. I have an observation. I don't want to offend anybody, but this is what I thought. Driving in and being here just briefly, I haven't spent a lot of time in Ohio before. A lot of the guys look like they could be in Antifa. And if you're familiar with what Antifa is, they kind of feel like a little, I'm not getting political, just so we're clear, but I'm just talking about like how they look. They all look like they're kind of up to something. And like a little rough, but not like bad, but like they look like they could flip a switch. And like they might own a gas mask. They could potentially probably have like cans of spray paint. And it's just they're just people that I don't want to piss off because I don't know what they're capable of. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what the vibe I get from a lot of people that I have seen so far in Ohio is like, you could at any moment like just start fucking anarchy. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at.
I got to be honest. You said this to me already, and I never once thought, like, we have conversations, and I think like, oh, that'd be funny to talk about on stream. I never once thought you were going to say this on stream, but it seems like you're getting a good reaction from the chat.
But you don't have to agree with me, but like you kind of see what I'm saying, right?
I see what you're saying, but I'm not going to say I fully agree.
Yeah. Again, has nothing to do with being political. That's just my comparison, and it's just like they could potentially like I don't know. They could be up to something. Then I don't want to find out. Let's put it that way. Like while I'm in Ohio, I will respect Ohioans, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's talk real quick about going to the first half of Howard UMBC. Can we talk about this?
Yes.
You annoyed me a little bit.
Yeah.
And we've come to a mutual agreement on this.
Uh-huh.
But Steak did what he always accuses me of doing. He didn't stand on business. Steak and I are talking as he's driving and I'm driving and we're fucking chatting it up on our Bluetooth, whatever. And he's just like, hey, like we don't have to go to the first half of the first game. Cool. It's UMBC and Howard. Like no disrespect. We're there for 4 games. We're going to Dayton for 4 fucking games. We're both driving in. We don't have to make it. Well, then we get Biev involved because we're meeting Biev and Brinks. But like Brinks is cool. You don't have to worry about him. Biev, you got to make sure like, we're on the same page and everything. Biev flips a fucking gasket. What do you mean we're not going to be there for tip-off of UMBC Howard? What the fuck? You guys don't love ball? It's March. You come to Dayton. You don't even want to see the first half of fuck that. Send me my ticket. And I'm just like, bro, relax. Like, I get it. You love ball. That's great. You want to go watch the game. That's great. Leave me alone. I'd rather go to a bar. I'd rather get a beer. I'd rather chill, walk into the stadium at halftime and watch the second half. I feel like that is a very fair take. You, in the beginning, had this take and agreed that it was very fair. Steak starts backtracking like a motherfucker and wants to like almost try to make some sort of deal with Biev. Rather than be like, hey, Biev, that's how you feel? Go ahead and do that. But I am a grown man. Steak doesn't even know where fucking Howard is. We don't know anybody.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, you know now? Yeah, you know now. Hold on. But all of a sudden you're like, let's try to be fucking Switzerland. Let's meet in the agreement. When I'm saying no, we'll go to the bar, he'll go to the game, and that'll be that. And everything will be fine. And we'll watch second half, and then we're there for fucking NC State. That'll be that. You didn't stand on business, and I'd like for the chat to just know that.
Okay, cool. So I want to explain myself, but also acknowledge that you are correct. I literally, in my oldest fantasy football league that I've been in the longest, I am called Switzerland. That's what they call me. People call me Switzerland. I am a people pleaser. I want everyone to be happy. I'm empathetic. Can't help it. I'm always going to be this way. However, I want you to at least mention that the reason I was very cool with missing the first half was because that you were driving over 10 hours to get here.
Bullshit.
It's not. It's not. It's not though.
You never were like, hey man.
Nah. I'm telling you right now.
Go.
I'm answering your question. If you would have gotten here at noon and didn't want to go to the first half, I would have thought that was weird. It is because you got here at 5 something, and I thought that was a very reasonable request to not go to the first half of this game. And I still do think it was a reasonable request. But also, if you said like, I'll just hurry up and get dressed right now and we'll go to the first half of the game, I would have done it.
Okay.
However, let me just say something about Biev. He loves ball, and that's not to be confused with balls on cucumber. Biev loves ball. It's not a fake. It's not a thing for fucking Twitter or social media. That motherfucker just loves ball. He goes to the randomest basketball games ever. So he wasn't faking it. He was genuinely mad that we didn't want to go see the first half of Howard UMBC because he really did want to go see the first half of Howard UMBC. Very good basketball, by the way.
Yeah, just to be clear, that's fine. I'm not accusing Biev of being fake.
I know.
Yeah, like that's totally okay. Degen throws everyone under the bus with zero accountability. What are you talking about?
We'll see about that in a little bit, Proper Patch. We're going to move on to Jeff here soon.
Right now, I have nothing bothers me about missing the first half of Howard UMBC. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm sorry. The second half of a fucking basketball game is what matters the most. The second half. That's what you got to be there for. Now, listen, Miami of Ohio and fucking SMU, like, I'm there. That's a big game. Howard UMBC was great ball, and we watched. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way. So we get to the stadium. By the way, Dayton, awesome stadium. I'm gonna post a tweet and a picture about it a little bit later. Awesome stadium for college basketball. Like, as of right now, I highly recommend you, if you love college basketball. Like, I admit it. Someone just said, who that fucking guy, Proper Padge? I didn't blame Steak. I said Steak had the same opinion and then backed down because Biev was upset. That's what I said.
No, and I'm telling you that you're not wrong about what you're saying about me. I'm just explaining it. You're not wrong.
Right. And now I want to also have some accountability. I have no problem admitting in this.
But we're not talking about the end of the NC State game, man. We have to go in chronological.
No, we're going to go to that for a second, but I want people to understand.
Okay, good. Don't go to it. Don't go to NC State, Texas.
I'm not. I want people to understand something, and I think they have to appreciate this. And sometimes they hear me say something that they don't agree with, and they're like, terrible take, Jeff, blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't you rather me just be honest with you than try to pretend that I'm somebody I'm not to sound cool and appease you? I am that guy that people have tweets about where it's like, I love college basketball in March. I love college basketball towards the tournament. I love this time of year. I do not give a fuck about Rutgers and Pittsburgh in November. I am sorry, but that is the truth. There are people, I was just told Steak this morning, I was like, I do love people that are obsessed with certain things and sports, and they go all in and they know everything about it. I love that. I respect that. Great for you. It's not my thing. I don't love watching a regular season basketball game in November.
So I want to be clear. I do. I'm somewhere in between you and
no, you're not. No, you're not.
I go to
you're
20.
You're
I
a diehard college basketball lover?
I just said I'm somewhere in between.
Oh, sorry. I missed that part. Sorry. Go ahead.
I like going to college basketball games. I find a way to get myself to March basketball game every single year.
No, I'm talking about watching. I'm not saying going in March. Yeah. That watching in November.
Okay, but why are we talking? I guess I don't get how we got to basketball in November.
Because we were talking about being a diehard ball lover.
Oh, okay, cool, got it. Yeah,
I'm saying I'm nowhere near on that level to just
let's move forward. We meet our foxhole guy, Brinks Picks, at the field house. We have a couple drinks. We get to UD Arena right before halftime, actually, and we walk to the seats. Absolutely electric. It was like a breakaway fast break dunk for UMBC on our side of the court. We're like first row, electric. The atmosphere, honestly, really, really good. And I say that as a guy who just mentioned, like, I come see you for the Big East tournament. I flew up one time when the Gators were in the Elite Eight against South Carolina at Madison Square Garden. We went to March Madness in Brooklyn. March Madness in Brooklyn sucked. It was like the worst atmosphere ever. We were sitting next to Marty Mush. It was awful. March Madness in Brooklyn fucking sucks. Not a college basketball atmosphere. This was a college basketball atmosphere to its core. You felt it the second you walked in. It literally, like, it felt like when I walked in there and sat in those seats for the first time, right exactly as a breakaway dunk happening, it felt like I did a little bit of cocaine. Like, I'm going to be honest. That's what it felt like to me. It was very, very awesome. So the basketball experience at UD Arena, top notch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I also realized that I like college basketball live is like top tier for me. Like I really like, I love hockey live. That's probably my number one, but I know this is crazy. I mean, I still love the sport of football more than basketball by a significant margin, but I like a meaningful, intense college basketball game live. I'd put it up there ahead of attending a live NFL game. Hot take?
Yeah, I hear you there. The atmosphere was really, literally, it was top notch. Dayton in March for a first four game, top notch atmosphere.
It was awesome. So again, just so far from day one, like, highly recommend this if you're a college basketball fan and like getting to this area is reasonable for you. Now let's talk NC State, Texas. I want to be totally clear. Had no intention of being here. We were going to come in Wednesday, so this was like extra credit. Like, fuck it, let's go in Tuesday. We're here. NC State, Texas. I had minimal interest in. Right, like, don't really think either of these teams are any good. We're obviously here. We're going to watch it. We're gonna have a good time. We're going to gamble on it. I am a first half better now, okay? Because I'm done with the fluke shit in college basketball. I'm done with the fouling, done with the bonus, done with all that bullshit. 2-0 yesterday, no big deal. Shout out Howard, shout out Texas first half, unbelievably sweaty. But Texas NC State was an ugly game. 30-29, I think was the first half score. It
Sounds
was
right.
Ugly game. Actually, maybe you should tell this.
Tell this the game.
Well, like towards the end of it, which is where I need to acknowledge my.
So second half starts. Biev has the over. Biev has NC State. I have NC State, and Brinks has NC State. Brinks looks over at me. I'd say 18 minutes left in the game, and he says, I feel like this game's going to go to overtime. And the second he said it on the blue book, it got taken off the board. And I was like, that's weird. I was like, let me know if that comes back up. I'm taking that with you immediately. So he's like, came back up plus 11-20. So me and Brinks both take overtime with 18 minutes left in the game. It was really bad basketball. Like, the ending was actually incredible. Cinema, honestly, the way NC State made that comeback and how bad Texas was at breaking a press. I mean, they were like a JV high school team at breaking a press. It was pretty pathetic. But we kept saying to each other, you specifically, I'm betting BYU against either of these teams, which I think is a pretty good take. But Texas has this annoying thing about them where they could come out and look like a completely different team, but both teams looked horrible. And Biev did keep telling us, like, there's so many dudes on the court tonight. There's so many guys. Dalen Swain, the dude from Xavier, Bodakaitis, or whatever that fucking guy was. So many dudes. The dudes really just weren't really showing up until the end. A couple guys hit a couple big shots. Was it Trayvon Mark who hit the game winner?
Yep.
But yeah, it was an ugly basketball game. So anyways, we have overtime. We don't think it's a possibility until they hit that 1-3 that cuts it to 2, and then they get another turnover. So then they get the ball back down 1. NC State does. NC State gets fouled, misses the first free throw, and hits the second. I don't know that it occurred to you that me and Brinks would have made like $2,500 combined if it did go to overtime. But you were talking about beating traffic. It was a shitty game. So I'm not going to give you that much shit. Like 10 minutes with less than half, you were saying, like, let's talk about beating traffic. You were filming next to me, and I was paying attention to Brinks because we had the same bet. Obviously, it's fun to sweat out the same bet with your boy. It did not occur to me that you were rooting for no overtime so you could go to bed until we were walking, which, by the way, we walked a mile from UD Arena to the hotel in 15-degree weather. They could say what they want. You're from New York. I'm from Florida. I consider that braving the elements when you're from Florida. It was very fucking cold. We were power walking. We did great. But anyways, you posted a video, and I'm like watching the video, and I'm like, wait a second. You're actively rooting for no overtime, and then you're in the bathroom when we get back to the hotel, and you start like giggling in the bathroom. You're like, I didn't realize that you and Brinks both had overtime, and I was sitting next to you guys rooting against overtime. Did not occur to me, but I was happy that Biev made a video. I don't think Biev gets on like films himself talking all that often like that. So I was happy he made a video. In hindsight, now that I've really been able to soak it all in and realize what happened, it was very crazy that you were rooting for Texas to hit that game winner just so you could go to bed with absolutely $0 on the game.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I had $75 on Texas first half, which hit.
And that is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, it is. Listen, no excuses. I'm sorry. That was not a nice thing to do. It was not. It was funny, like in retrospect, like watching it. It's funny content that was just totally. It did not really click with me, and it was selfish. And I do selfish things. I'm not ashamed, and I'm okay if people are selfish in life. Like, I think it's okay. Like, you should be a little bit more selfish. You know, I tell my wife sometimes too. It's like if she's tired and wants to go home from a party and it's not over, it's like, fucking leave, you know, like, it's okay. You could do that. We're adults. That wasn't a nice thing to do. Very funny, but not a nice thing to do. I just want to be clear, just to add a little bit more context. People keep saying, hold on, this is crazy. Hold on. I'm not driving 10 hours to beat traffic with the boys. That is just not in my blood. Are we not factoring in the I drove 10 hours to fucking be here, boots on ground? Like, give me a break. Give me a break. I was tired. I was very tired. I was tired at halftime. And I did everything I could to rally and stay up. I had a Pepsi. Shout out Brinks. He got me a Pepsi. I had a pack of Goobers, a little chocolate. I had some popcorn. I was throwing in fucking, some Copenhagen left and right. No free ads. Sorry. Book it. But I did what I could to rally. There was no coffee. I couldn't find any coffee. I had to stop drinking alcohol because I don't want to be banged up. I didn't want to keep peeing. I was rallying. This is where I just want to add a little context. Even with 7 minutes left in the game, you told me if it's a 10-point game with like 2 minutes left, like you're okay to leave early.
Yeah. And I was.
And you were. And now we were a walk. I didn't totally realize that we were an actual legitimate walk to the hotel, which was great. And it was very cold. It was like 10 degrees. It was very cold. It was not a fun walk. I just wanted people to be cleared. It wasn't like fucking, Mandy Moore walk to remember anything like that. But it was an ugly basketball game. We could leave early. No big deal. Just want to make that clear. I was not totally on an island. And mentally, I started preparing for leaving early and like getting in bed. And it just sounded great. I was tired.
All right. So just to move forward, I accept your apology, but you're going to have to do something to make it up to me. And I'm going to say it in front of everyone so you can't back out or anything. You have to bet Miami of Ohio money line with me today. And you have to put at least $100, minimum $100 on the money line.
Okay. But just so we're clear, I said I was doing that like nonstop. That's all I've been talking about.
Cool. Well, then then no problem, right?
Zero problem. I have told you we are going all in on being Miami of Ohio fans tonight, which I know is tough for Brinks to do because he doesn't really like them. Biev doesn't really want to do it because he thinks they're shit. But you and I, we don't care. We're betting on Miami of Ohio. We're taking fucking. I bought it. Yeah, thank you. I bought a fucking Miami of Ohio shirt. Who are you telling to bet Miami of Ohio money line? I bought a shirt. It's sitting right there that I'm wearing tonight. I'm going all in. What are they? The Hawkeye? No, the
Red Hawks.
The Red Hawks. I'm going all fucking in on the Red Hawks tonight. I need some chance. I need some shit. Fuck SMU. But listen, I just want to say I'm sorry. I wanted to own it. Not a great move by me. Very selfish. I do wish that you and Brinks would have hit your overtime bet. That would have been awesome. The last thing I'll say, and then we can move on. Biev is a very fun guy to be boots on ground with and sweat bets with. Like legitimate. He drives me insane. Things I love about him, things I hate about him. A very, very fun guy to like a pure, like degenerate gambler that is also knows ball to like start to finish, talk about bets and talk about the game. Just wanted to give Biev some credit. He's a very, very good time. Whatever you think about him online, he's a very good time in person.
Yeah, the degenerate thing's not an act either. He's a real fucking degenerate. Every fucking time he speaks, he has a new bet that he didn't tell you about before. It's like, I got the over. Oh, now I just fucking nuked NC State first half money line. I just took NC State. I just doubled down on the over. I just took NC State second half plus a half a point. There was so many different.
Well, the one thing he kept doing that would annoy me is he would like tell me a fucking bet after it looked good. Like some guy would hit back-to-back threes. He'd be like, oh, I'm on his points over. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I parlay this with Venezuela money line after they're up 2-0. I'm like, will you shut the fuck up? You got everything all of a sudden. All of a sudden, you got everything. I don't care about your 17 wagers every time they're looking good. But he didn't hide.
Wait. Skylar Mays brings up a really good point. You didn't talk about the ending of your first half sweat.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wild. I almost got royally fucked. I don't have to go into too much detail, but of like the play-by-play. If you guys watched the game, that would have been an all-time bad beat on the first half wager.
Awful.
But I am going to be a first half guy, but not tonight. I'll make an exception. We're going all in on the Hawkeye. Oh, sorry. Why do I keep doing that? The Red Hawks. We're going all in on the Red Hawks. We're Miami of Ohio. So yeah, we're going to talk brackets. It's 11:15. And I think that's a pretty good recap. I think everybody who was upset with my actions last night is very justified. I'm not proud of it. I want to be clear. You said it. I just want to repeat it. It didn't hit me last night until I was brushing my teeth that I was leaving that stadium like, hell yeah, we get to go back to bed. And I'm right next to Steak and left off with Brinks and Biev, who all lost their bets because of that shot. I was brushing my teeth and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I accept your apology and I've moved
Thank
on.
you.
But the hate you get on the internet, that will be deserved.
That's fine. That's fine. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Wait, go ahead. Mikael Brown out for the tourney, Boston Sports Org, or out for round one? Not that it matters because they'll probably lose round one without him. It's bad.
Our bet's dead.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that was a horror. I can't believe you bet that before the season. That was just one of your worst bets of all time. Just kidding. I'm fucking with you. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's talk tonight, and then let's talk about we're gonna be on the road tomorrow. By the way, just so everybody knows, we're driving from Dayton to Circa, and we're sweating out the games tomorrow. Looking forward to it all day at Circa. We're probably going to go live on the Picket channel for a check-in in the evening. We'll give you some details about that. But we'll do a bracket today. We'll put it
also,
out.
will we attempt to stream Friday morning?
Yeah, we will. We will 100% be streaming Friday. So that'll be good. And then we'll probably do another show in the weekend, maybe like Sunday or something. We'll figure it out. But regardless, I'd like to talk the games tonight. And then instead of like the actual bets that we like Thursday, Steak, I kind of want to make a bracket.
Yeah. Our own brackets?
Yeah.
Or like one bracket as a fake sharps?
No, I don't like doing that. No.
So you want to make our own brackets?
I want to make our own bracket. So let's go through the bracket game by game, and you and I are gonna do it, and we'll do it live on the stream. But first and foremost, let's talk these games tonight. Does anybody have anything they like? Please let us know. In Prairie View or Prairie View A&M. By the way, real quick, D. Clem with a sub, 8 months, and John Q85 with a sub says, love the content, guys. We appreciate you, John. 7 months. Scombeezy, 55 stream streak, and Gabe Uchek, 91 with a new follow. Let's talk Prairie View A&M against the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Biev was saying that he loves Lehigh.
Okay.
And but the line moved from 1.5 to 3.5. He says it's one of those games where he doesn't care. He thinks Lehigh is probably going to win the game by 10. You think that Prairie View might be a contrarian play, or am I making that up?
No, you're not making that up. I do think it might be a contrarian play. Doesn't mean I'm taking them, but it does seem like it would be the contrarian play. Most people think they suck. They have covered 10 games in a row.
So Lehigh might be fake sharp.
Well, yes, and also like obviously to get here, you have to win a lot of games in a row. So hearing that teams that won their conference tournaments to make March Madness are on winning streaks isn't surprising, but 10 games in a row is very fucking impressive for a team like Prairie View.
Absolutely. I know we've talked about this and we've said it's silly. It was one of those little gambling strategies that I've always had where it's like, if there's 2 games and it's a short slate, like one thing will happen, one thing won't. Like the favorite will cover in the first game, the favorite will lose outright in the next game. Last night, we got fireworks in the first game. Game goes over. Then we had an under low scoring gross game. I know this is stupid. I'm not like actually like dying on this hill, but I think the opposite happens tonight. I call it square, whatever you want. I think we get fireworks in Miami of Ohio, which we'll talk about. I think this Prairie View game is going to be disgusting. And I don't know anything about these teams, but there's no way they're going to follow up UMBC and Howard, who were just 49-41 at halftime. Are you kidding me? Isn't that what it was? And then 90 points.
It was a really good game. That dude who was the conference player of the year for Howard, a fucking hooper.
Oh, yeah. And then let's shit on Biev for a second. Biev said that guy sucked. And then Brinks was like, yeah, he's conference player of the year. And I'll never let Biev live down when NC State and Texas is coming onto the court. He's like, oh, God, there's just so many dudes out there, man. Both these teams have fucking dudes, bro. They have so many dudes. And I'm like, would you shut the fuck up? They're in the play-in game. How many dudes could they possibly have? I said if I was blind and could just hear what's going on, I'd think I'm watching a fucking all-star game like the Harlem Globetrotters right now. Will you shut up with how many dudes there are? And then throughout the entire game, it's like, this guy sucks. This guy is this. I'm like, yeah, well, shut the fuck up. So you got to question Beef's ball-knowing ability a little bit from time to time. So anyways, I'm just going to pull it up real quick on Picket. Shout out Picket. Download Picket. It is saying that 3.5 on the black and red book for Prairie View right now, -110. If you want Lehigh on the black and gold book, you can get -2.5, -125. The total's around 140. I will probably go steak since I'm a first half guy. I'm going to go first half under tonight. And I don't know if we're going to be there early or not. I am totally fine with going to the bar for the first half and showing up for the second half personally. But now I know you're probably going to get bullied and want to be a beef ball loving tough guy that wants to be there for
you want a fun stat?
Yeah.
Every single tournament game for both of these teams has went under. Every single conference tournament game that both of these teams played have went under. And then Gabe Goodnug, it looks like the total's been bet down 5 points.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Wow, Jabroni, relax. Relax. I enjoy being at a bar. I don't need to be in a fucking seat for this game for the first 20 minutes. Relax.
I'd like this bar to have some food this time, though. No hate on the Fieldhouse, cool place, but they only had chips, dollar chips.
We'll do a little bit more research, but I want to go to a little bit more proper bar environment with some food. That sounds good to me. Okay. I might still take the first half under. I nothing. You gave me a good read on Howard. I really just tailed you last game, but I'll probably go first half under. And that's all I got. Do you have anything else on this game? If not, let's talk Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, Brink says we're having the best wings in the state today, which I'm very, very down for. He mentioned that a few times yesterday. I'm going wherever Brink says to go.
Oh, okay.
On Brown Street. Wait, what did JP say? What on Brown Street?
Go to Milano's or Tim's.
Okay. Is that close to where we are by the arena?
I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Oh God, bro, give me a break, Cam. I didn't drive to watch Prairie View A&M and Lehigh.
But you did. You did.
No, I fucking didn't, dude. If anything, all I did was for the fucking Miami of Ohio game. I want to be primed and prepped. I don't care about Prairie View and Lehigh in the first half. It's the ending. Fuck.
Okay, we're gonna go to one of those places. JP says then.
I think that sounds like a fantastic time. I think it sounds like a fantastic time, and there's no need to be there for the first fucking 20 minutes of this game. Anyways, we can move on. Let's do that. I'm there for Prairie View. I mean, I'm here for Miami. I'm all in on the Red Hawks. I got a fucking shirt. I'm betting the money line. I'm betting the first half. I'm betting the spread. But I have a feeling that we're going to be in piss. I just do. I have a feeling we're going to be in piss. So Miami of Ohio right now is all the way down to 6.5. They were 9.5. The sharps and the squares on Miami of Ohio. Is that what's going on?
I don't know. I don't think the sharps are on Miami of Ohio. Maybe they saw value at 9.5 or whatever it got bet all the way up to, but no, I would assume the sharps are on SMU for sure.
I don't really know how I feel about that. Yes, this is totally different. Of course, I enjoy sweating my bet out. I don't care about the fucking first half bet. I'm just going to have some action on it. For the love of the game, watching the end of the game in person is much more fun. I'm not talking about this anymore. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
Pick machine. I'm on everybody of. I'm sure everyone is on Miami of Ohio.
I'm sure most people are on Miami of Ohio too. No denying that. I want to be clear for anyone who knows that I'm betting Miami of Ohio. I don't think it's the slightest bit contrarian, and I'm aware it's super public.
So why don't we just say this? Why don't we just say that we're gonna? Why don't we just say that we're gonna have a community win? Why don't we say we're gonna have a community win?
Yeah, sure. Community win.
Yeah. Bro drove that far for a shit game. So is there a real possibility that SMU beats the fuck out of Miami of Ohio?
I would assume so, yeah.
Okay. Is it because SMU is good or Miami of Ohio is actually kind of bad?
I think most people would tell you that Miami of Ohio is bad. Maybe the most fraudulent 31-1 team of all.
Okay.
All time.
All right. Yeah. And for anybody that's asking, tonight will not be like last night. I'm fired up. I'm ready for this game. I'm excited for this game. I'll be there start to finish. Overtime, double overtime, doesn't matter. We'll be sleepy tomorrow. We sleep in May, remember? Okay. We sleep in May.
That's what I told my wife.
Yeah, exactly. So
my wife said, I said, yeah, this flight's canceled. I got to fly to Dayton 2 days anyway, so maybe I just drive straight from here to Dayton. And she goes, do you remember when you told me that we would be relaxing after football season was over? And I was like, honestly, I lied to you. We will be relaxing when March Madness is over.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's create a bracket. I'm gonna get my bracket set up right now. You should probably do the same thing.
I'm gonna do it on my phone. It's the only option I really have here.
Do it on whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
Cool. I will get it set up.
All right. I got my bracket just about ready to roll. Hold on real quick. JJQAC says, let's be real, man. Contrarian shit is dead. That was cool 3 years ago. Fair.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Very bad defensively. Brother, that's why I'm saying, man, I think tonight is the fireworks night. Tonight is the fireworks night. I am fired up for this fucking game. I am not going to be drinking a lot when we get to the stadium. My bladder is going to be under control. I'm going to sit in the seats for the entire first half, the entire second half, and I am going to be screaming bloody murder for the Red Hawks. You guys, you don't understand. Mentally, this is what I'm prepared for. You're going to see a different side of Jeff, and tomorrow you're going to be like, holy shit, wow, he's actually the man. Like, gobble, 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 gobble. Yeah, you just raised your eyebrows. I don't really know where I was going with that, but can't wait until Steak turns into a tennis guy and travels all spring and summer for it. No. Jeff wanted to leave by workman. I don't know what that means. Grandpa.
I got my bracket pulled up.
All right. Let's go. Let's start in the East. Bracket time. Everybody lock the fuck in. If you already have your bracket, pull it out. Share your thoughts. And if you don't, feel free to make one. Let's make one.
Let's get active. Chat. Let's get active. Let's get interactive.
All right. Let's start.
Everyone's pick for each game.
Let's start with the East.
Okay. Deal.
Now, should we go like just round one and then go circle back and then go round 32? Okay.
Exactly what we should do.
Duke and Siena.
Don't need to spend too much time on the 116s. We all agree on that.
Ohio State, TCU.
I have decided I have landed on Ohio State to win this game.
I have to. I have the best CLV going into the tournament out of anybody on the planet, with Ohio State 1,001 to win it all. I think they're down to like 250 at some places. Unbelievable. Cash it. I think I have a $6 cash out. I'm not going to take it though. Ohio State is beating TCU, unfortunately, because TCU is playing very good basketball, but Ohio State has that look. Let's go to a fun game here. The 5-12, St. John's and Northern Iowa. We talked about this. The spread's a little low. It makes you think that Northern Iowa might bang, but St. John's, end of the year on a high note, got a chip on their shoulder, won the Big East, are a 5 seed.
I'll be taking St. John's. I think UNI is a trendy tournament team. They have a few wins in March. I think St. John's is incredibly disrespected, and I like St. John's this round and the next round.
All right, I'm with you. I'm on St. John's as well. All right, here's an interesting one. I had a thought about this. Kansas and Cal Baptist. I don't know that Cal Baptist is a trendy upset or a trendy pick. I have no idea, but I'll tell you what. I'm not hearing anything positive about Kansas. And the one thing I will say, shout out, I was listening to Ramble. I can't remember if it was Royal MJ or TC or maybe even Rosa who said it, but they were saying they were going to buy into Cam Boozer in this tournament to like boost his draft stock and solidify himself as like being up there with Devonta as potentially being a number 1 pick or something like that. I don't know if it'll happen, and maybe I misspoke, but he's going to like bet his player props and shit like that. I was thinking nobody's really talking about Darren Peterson. And I was talking to this about with Biev last night, and he's like, oh, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. But listen, if he's going to care about anything, he should care about this. This is what you sleepwalk for, and you wake up. It's March Madness. And now, if anything, people are kind of shitting on Darren Peterson. Everyone's slurping a cuff, rightfully so. But Peterson's like, he's not playing. He's doing this. He's taking time off. I'm just saying, brother, now would be the time Darren Peterson steps up and hoops. I want to buy into that. I don't know how, but I want to. Cal Baptist has the best mid-major player. Is that the Dominic Daniels guy?
That I don't know. That would be a chat question.
Yeah. Well, they were saying Cam Boozer is like 3rd overall. I think. I forget who the 2 was. It was 1, 2, AJ and somebody else. I could be wrong.
Darren Peterson.
Yeah, no, but Darren Peterson is like falling out of love with draft scouts.
Because that guy's not falling past pick 2. Personal stake guarantee.
Okay.
Don't believe the hype. He will be a top 2 pick.
Wow. Actual terrible midget? What are you fucking talking about? Okay. Philon is the best player in the draft class. They're better. They're getting smoked. All right. I'm going to pick Kansas. What are you picking?
I'm picking Kansas. I don't feel as strongly about Kansas as you do, but I'll take Kansas. This is not my upset bracket. I will have some upsets, I promise, but this is not the bracket.
Louisville and South Florida. South Florida is a trendy upset.
Yeah, I'll go with Louisville. No, Mikael Brown. USF was already one of the trendiest dogs I've seen with him in the game, and I'll take Louisville in this one.
Yeah, fine. Michigan State, North Dakota State. I'm taking Michigan State.
God, I would pay like top dollar, anything I had to watch Izzo lose to North Dakota State in March.
Yeah, I know it's not going to happen, but that would be fun. I'll take an upset here. I don't love it, but I'm going to get a little cheeky. I know we've heard a lot about Cronin, UCLA not really playing that well outside of the Pacific time zone. They're on the road a lot. I actually think UCLA has looked pretty good. I don't know if Donovan Dent is 100% or not, but I think I saw a stat that played really well towards the end of the year, and they were like 6-1 on this stretch. I think UCLA is a better team. Fuck it, I'll take UCF, but by no means am I like this is my fun upset. So I'll take UCF over UCLA.
So will I. And we're not going to be identical the whole time, so don't worry, Chad. I think this is the only region, but I will also take UCF. I will take UCF playing UCLA outside of the Pacific time zone any fucking day with two of their best players banged up, and they're getting a lot of love. I already see people cashing UCLA saying we're getting Mick Cronin versus Dan Hurley in round 2. I already see the memes and the jokes about it. Give me UCF.
Okay. Let's go to the South region. You got Florida. They're going to move on from Prairie View or Lehigh, which don't forget is must-see TV. Make sure you're in your seat before that game tips off. Clemson, Iowa, 8-9. Like a ugly, fun game here. I know Snowman's POD is the under. This thing's moved down fucking relentlessly, I think. I don't know, 3 points, 4 points, or whatever. Slow pace. Should be an ugly game. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a Clemson guy. I'm just not.
Nope.
Iowa?
Iowa, yeah, absolutely. Iowa. I'll take Bennett Sturts over anybody. We talked about it with Biev and Brinks yesterday at the game. I know Clemson has good defense, and I know they have like 5 guys that average 10 points a game. But in a tie game with 3 minutes left, I really genuinely believe they don't have a bucket getter, and Iowa absolutely does, and I will take Iowa.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take Iowa. Go to Vanderbilt McNeese. I will say I'm going to do a tweet. I thought about this. Like my version of John Ewing, where he says like the most bet teams. I'm going to do teams nobody's talking about. I'm not hearing anybody talk about McNeese beating Vanderbilt.
Oh, I am for sure.
Really?
Yeah, people like McNeese, man.
I feel like people are starting to fall in love with Vanderbilt.
The smart people are. Yeah, that's what and not you. I'm not saying you, but sometimes people get confused. Like, you saw a bunch of smart people on Twitter say they like Vanderbilt. So now you're saying that everyone doesn't like McNeese. Let me just clarify for you so you can't get confused. Everyone likes McNeese. Yes. Definitely.
Okay. McNeese is popular every year. Interesting. Fading Vandy will be cute and it won't work out. Okay. I'll go chalk. I'll go Vanderbilt there. I'm not fading Nebraska. I like Nebraska. It's a lot of points too. I don't know anything about Troy, so maybe I'm not a ball knower here, but I'm gonna go Nebraska over Troy and just keep going chalk for the most part. How about you?
I listened to Rothstein talk about this game on Part of My Take yesterday, and he basically said that he had promised everyone in Lincoln, Nebraska, that if they had won a tournament game, he would go to a bar in Lincoln and buy drinks for the whole bar. But then he picked Troy. Did you hear that? Yeah. He likes Troy. He thinks it's a nightmare matchup for Nebraska. I do not. I will be taking Nebraska, and I'll be taking Nebraska against the spread as well. I don't think this is a close, fun game. I think it's Nebraska by murder.
Okay. All right. North Carolina VCU. This is where I might get a little contrarian, which sounds funny, but again, those teams that I haven't heard anybody talking about, I haven't really heard much McNeese love. I have not heard a fucking peep about North Carolina. Not a peep.
Correct. You shouldn't really.
Yeah. You said you're going to do it. I don't think North Carolina is very good. I have watched them play basketball. I think it'd be cool if VCU beat them, but I'm going to pick North Carolina to beat VCU. That's what I'm going to do.
I am going to pick VCU. I really like VCU, though. I'm not going to try to get cute. I get what you're saying. I think VCU is probably one of the trendier lower seeds in this tournament, and I'm not surprised. I think they should be. I will take VCU in this game and square up.
Okay. Let's keep moving. Where the fuck did it go? Illinois, Penn. I know MJ picked Illinois to win it all. I mean, if he's right, I'll respect the shit out of it. I'm not the biggest Illinois guy. I have not liked Brad Underwood since I've laid eyes on him. But I know Illinois' got talent. I'm not going to get cute here. Do I think Penn can bang and maybe keep it interesting? Maybe, but I'm going to go Illinois over Penn.
I think Penn covers the spread.
Sure.
Don't think they win. I don't think Illinois wins the championship. Not that that's saying I'm not shitting on someone for taking a fucking long shot bet by any means, but I don't think they're going to win at all. I think Penn makes it interesting and Illinois wins. I don't think they get to the Final Four either. Personally, McKiffin, what the fuck do I know?
I'm going to take St. Mary's for the simple fact that I've watched Texas A&M and I'm not impressed. So this is just I don't care what the line is. I don't care who's on what. ball knower. I'm just going to fade Texas A&M. That's my ball.
Yeah, I like the respect of seeing this conference that struggles in this tournament every year being favored over an SEC team. I understand it's 7 versus 10, but it's still this conference versus the SEC favored. I like the respect. I'll go line read, and I'll take St. Mary's.
Now, is St. Mary's a good team?
I think they're solid, but you never know because they only play each other, and then you get to see, for example, I feel like the same thing kind of happens with Gonzaga every year.
Right.
Is like they look good until they play a big, bad Baylor team or whatever team it was they played the national championship that year. It's always something like that. And obviously Gonzaga is the poster boy for this conference, but St. Mary's, for as long as I can remember, has been number 2 in this conference. And they're in the tournament every year. I feel like St. Mary's is here every year.
Yeah, they are. All right. That's the left side. Let's go up to the top. Let's go to the top right. Fins up. Sorry, Sean.
Wait. Hold on. We didn't do the 2. Oh, sorry. My bad. You're right. I apologize. We didn't talk Houston, but why would we?
Yeah. Arizona is unfortunately going to beat Long Island. Arizona is a very, very popular pick to win it all, which is I'm very surprised to hear that. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Hope Long Island bangs. Looking forward to that. 1:35 on a Friday. I think you'll still be in Nashville, right?
Yeah, I fly out Friday night.
Okay, cool. Interesting game. Again, this is my errand game. Don't know anything about these teams. Don't really give too much of a fuck about it. Oh, but it's March. Shut up. I don't care about Villanova basketball. Utah State sounds like they're a cool team. Again, another team I'm not hearing anybody pick is Villanova. So it sounds like everyone's
picking Villanova. No.
Yeah, so if I was to just sack up and get contrarian, it would be Villanova. But I got to tell you, I don't really know that I want to do that. Like, I just don't. The Big East fucking stinks. But maybe they have a chip on their shoulder. Maybe they play better. I don't know. I don't know anything about this game. I literally might flip a coin. What do you like?
So unfortunately, I don't like Villanova, but my brain likes Villanova. Does that make sense? Like, I like Utah State. I think they're awesome and much better. And I think Villanova stinks, and they haven't beat a team in the top 40 ranked in Ken Pom. But here's what I know, and I don't talk like this. I think you talk like this more than I talk like this. VCU, North Carolina, and Villanova, Utah State is going 1-1 if you take VCU and Utah State. That's going 1-1. And I'm already on VCU. So give me, I'm sure I'll regret this. Give me Villanova.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? You got to pick your spots to get a little contrarian. I know it's just an 8-9. It's not that big of an upset or anything, but fuck it. I'll go with Villanova. Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
See if it
Now get to the chaos. Stay tuned. Jack.
Yeah. Wisconsin High Point. You know, I thought about maybe taking a splash on High Point here.
I'm taking High Point outright. High Point outright. That's my first big upset of the tournament. High Point advances.
I'll tell you what the problem is. Like, Wisconsin is shooting really, really well, and I know that teams like this can go cold and can get beat. Like, Wisconsin is the epitome of a team that can lose in the first round. This style of basketball, but like for whatever reason, I don't know, man. I still think they're kind of good. I think they're good.
Good one, Luke Brainerd. We'll talk about that. That's a good one. Shut up, Slack. Shut up. Fucking Wisconsin homer.
I'm gonna go chalk. I'm gonna go chalk. Knock it up. My fun upsets will come in the next round. I don't think High Point's beating Wisconsin, but I could see it. I'm gonna pick Wisconsin.
Real quick, if anybody wants to join the bracket challenge, it's on my Twitter. The password is Kyler Murray, and it's not one word, of course, because it's 2 words. Capital K, capital M, Kyler Murray. If you don't know how to spell Kyler Murray, you don't belong in the bracket challenge anyways. Keep going.
That's your password?
My password is Kyler Murray.
Interesting.
It's not capital Murray, actually. I lied. It's capital K, capital M. Thank you, Book Sports. I can't tell. Is that Goots or Pega? I know it's not Trent correcting my grammar.
I don't know. I'm done trying to guess. All right, let's keep moving. Arkansas, Hawaii. Give me the Razorbacks.
Yeah, give me Hawaii.
Oh, you're such a fucking loser.
Round of 32, High Point versus Hawaii, dude. High Point versus Hawaii going to hit like crack. Hawaii's going to the Sweet 16.
Not a million years.
That shit's happening.
No, it's not. What do people on Twitter always say? Like, let me take that action. I'll book your action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give that money to me. Fucking idiots. All right. Oh, I didn't forgot to tweet this. You told me to do it. I bet BYU last night. It's 2.5 against Texas. They're -1.5 now. So shout out for CLV. I'm so fucking done with all these fucking guys in here like, oh, you try to beat the number. You try to beat this, try to beat that, try to beat a bet early. Bet favorites early, bet dogs late. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm so done with this bullshit. Anyways, I'm taking
probably plus 210. Probably plus 210, Cam. Okay.
Tell me what you said about Texas, because you're so fucking right. I watched these teams play basketball. I knew it going into it. Neither team was very good. I still lean Texas. I like Texas because I thought NC State was a little bit more pathetic. I liked what I saw from Texas banging with Florida, and then I bet them to beat Texas A&M, and they did it. Still not a very good team. They have some guys. They really do. They have some guys. I'm not going to call them dudes like Biev, but like they're not that good at basketball. 2 is a dog off the bench, and BYU does not have depth. I know this. I've watched BYU. I love Robbie Wright. Love him. Obviously, I don't want to talk about the Bunsen, but they don't have depth. They don't really have depth. But I think they are going to skull fuck Texas.
Yeah, so what I said was they looked awful yesterday. They look awful a lot of the years. They do have dudes, despite what you shit on B for saying. They absolutely have dudes. And just be prepared for them to show up looking like a completely different team than they did yesterday. And also, I'm totally fine with your BYU bet, by the way. I think the reason Texas will be trendy is A, because they're Texas, B, because 11 seed from the play-in beats a 6 seed every single fucking year since they started the round of 68. So it will be trendy. Not surprised you lost CLV. I like your bet. I'm fine with it.
All right. Yeah. All right. BYU. I don't know anything about Kennesaw State. I kind of could. I mean, I would like them to make it interesting against Gonzaga. But this is like the most. Well, maybe not the most, but it feels like a pretty slept-on Gonzaga team. I know they're missing their best player. I don't know. I'm not going to pick them to lose Kennesaw State. How about that? So, chalk it up.
And sorry, anyone in the chat asking, if you don't pay, I eliminate you from the bracket before it starts. So everyone has to pay me before the bracket starts, or your bracket gets eliminated. No more cute, stupid fucking questions.
Have fun with that.
All right. I love Gonzaga. They're advancing. Not difficult. Gonzaga's moving on. It will be easy.
I think Miami, Missouri is actually a really good 7-10.
Yep.
I'm gonna take Miami.
Yep, I'm gonna take Miami as well. They gave old Missouri a home game, and it ain't gonna matter. It's all about the U. Miami's better.
I'll take Purdue over Queens. What about you?
I will take Purdue over Queens, but another game, I would just pay top dollar.
I know.
We'll talk about that. Every dollar I had, dude. Are you hearing me? To just watch Queens beat Purdue in the first round, it would be so enjoyable to watch.
Yep. All right, let's keep moving. It's 11:43. We got a lot more bracket to do. Midwest, Michigan, Howard, Michigan over Howard.
Don't even got to talk about it. But after watching Howard last night, I think they could squeak out a cover.
Yeah, they're a fun team. They're a fun team. I like where your head's at. Georgia St. Louis is a really, really interesting 8-9. I have no read on this. Feels like a lot of people are picking St. Louis. I know you're reading. So that's fine. You're going to pick St. Louis?
Oh, I'm picking St. Louis. Robbie Avila will be moving on to the next round. Stake stand on business game. I don't care who's fucking picking what. Doesn't matter. Jesus could be on Georgia. Hitler could be on St. Louis. I would still be rocking with St. Louis.
Georgia burned me last year in the tournament. They're probably going to win this game by 30, but I don't care. Who's Georgia's coach? He was the old coach at Florida. He's
Mike White.
Yeah, he sucks. Give me St. Louis for that reason.
He does suck.
Akron is a very, very, very popular upset. Not going to happen. Give me Texas Tech to whoop that ass.
Me too. Akron. McKiffin says I got the wrong double-digit Sweet 16. I thought that was a kind of good shout, even though I'm not with him. He likes Hofstra Akron sweets to go to the Sweet 16, which would be very, very fun. Yeah. I'm not. I'm going chalk in this one. Texas Tech, no JT Toppin. Alabama's guys are drug dealers. I'm going to go with the Tide and the Tech for sure.
Alabama does not feel like anybody likes this team. I have heard way too much Hofstra love. But you know what, man? Just like in golf, every now and then there's a community win. Then the public hits bets. Your group chat hits bets. It's not always contrarian. It's not always fade this.
It's literally been public more than contrarian for years in gambling.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna do it, and I'll probably regret this. And I apologize if I mush it, but I'm gonna hop on with everybody. I'm gonna take Hofstra. I'll take Hofstra
to win.
Don't think they're gonna win, but I'm gonna take them.
Okay, I'm totally. You really haven't picked many upsets yet, so I'm good with you going there.
Yeah, I will in the next round though, just so we're clear.
Cool.
Tennessee, Miami, Ohio, or SMU. Unfortunately, I don't think Tennessee is very good, but I think Tennessee is gonna win this game. Sadly.
I have the winner of Miami of Ohio, which will be Miami of Ohio, winning this game. Tennessee sucks. Nate Amen is going to get an NBA GM fired for drafting him in the top 10. Tennessee sucks. This is not a good Tennessee team. It's worse than last year. Tennessee will lose in the first round of this tournament to whoever wins tonight.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. I don't like Tennessee either. Fuck it. What am I doing picking Tennessee? Let me have a little fun. I'll pick Miami of Ohio, SMU over Tennessee. I'll ride.
Cool. Don't feel pressured. I don't care. As long as you bet Miami of Ohio tonight, I don't give a fuck what you did.
I'll take Wright State over Virginia. Fuck it. Not going to happen, but fuck it. Give me Wright State. They'll be my little Cinderella team that's probably going to get skull fucked by Virginia. But I don't know. I liked how hard Wright State played, and I just want a team that plays hard. I don't have a San Diego State in this tournament. Like, I don't see a team that has that, like, true dog, and there's so many good teams at the top that, like, I don't really have an underdog that's going to make a run here. I don't think Wright State is very good, but I like how hard they played against Northern Kentucky, and I just think they're going to battle Virginia. And I don't know enough about Virginia, but you have told me Virginia is a very good team. Give me Wright State as an upstate over Virginia.
Yeah, I respect it, but nah, give me Virginia.
Fair. Kentucky, Santa Clara. I don't know how many times I can keep fading this Kentucky team, but you know what? I'm going to do this for the greater good. I'm going to take Kentucky in hopes that I'm wrong, and I mush them and they lose because I can't stand Kentucky. But give me Kentucky.
So let me ask you and the chat a question. We'll make it quick because, like you said, we got to keep moving. I like Santa Clara. I hate Kentucky, except I'm almost positive Kentucky's the right side here after giving it some thought, listening to people talk. What would you do if you were me? Would you be a bitch and bet Kentucky when you think it's the right side, or would you stand on business and stick with Santa Clara?
I would. This would be a good opportunity to stand on business, and I'd probably stand on business. So I'd go Santa Clara.
Okay, sounds good.
I would just be a Santa Clara guy.
Yeah, it's just now I'm picking I'm picking Santa Clara, St. Mary's, and Gonzaga to advance.
So
I'm going to take Kentucky.
Why do you take Kentucky?
Okay, next.
I would say it's going to be Tennessee State.
Yep, move on to the second round.
All right, we are in the second round. I have to pee again. Do you want a piss break or do you want to keep talking?
I'm in a fucking lounge. I guess I'll keep talking, but I can't really. Can I give my picks without you giving your picks?
No, so let's do a quick.
You can't make it 12 minutes?
No.
Okay.
No, I got to pee. You want a pee break or not?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll pee break real quick. Back like I never fucking left. Everybody stop your bitching. Stop your. I'm not even reading one fucking comment. Oh, the bladder is this, the bladder is that. Motherfucker, I had a whole ginormous bottle of water. Sorry for being hydrated. And I had like 3 cups of coffee. All right. So
I will say this. We actually should be taking wagers on site on over under 1.5 piss breaks. Every single stream.
Oh. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Some streams I don't pee at all, and nobody says a goddamn thing.
Then the under would cash, dude. Then the under would cash.
You're right. All right. Anyways, let's get back to it. Round two in the brackets. Here's where the fun's coming. Okay. On my end. All right. Duke, Ohio State.
I think Duke will be given fits by Ohio State, but I think they'll be winning this game.
What's the Ohio State chant? OH?
Yeah, or we don't give a damn about the whole state of Michigan. We're from Ohio.
I'm going to go OH. IO. Inject the Buckeyes into my fucking veins. Smell you later, Duke. The Buckeyes are beating Duke. Let's move on to St. John's in Kansas. What do you like here?
The Johnnies, big fuck Kansas. Fuck Kansas, man. The Johnnies. Rick Pitino, the Godfather, disrespected 5 seed. And bitch ass UConn gets a 2 seed. Give me a fucking break. If you were punishing them for the Big East being trash, then why is UConn still get a 2 seed? 5 seed. Give me a fucking break. It's disrespectful. Kansas sucks. Bill Self can't figure out what to do because he's got to coach his team with and without his best player all the time. It's not going to end well. They'll get past Cal Baptist, but that's it. Give me fucking the Godfather against Bill Self to go to the Sweet 16 and play Duke. It'll be awesome.
And I like Rick Pitino more than I like Bill Self, I'll tell you that. But I feel like Bill Self has done about as best as he could with this Darren Peterson situation.
Not hating on him at all.
You know, I bought into St. John's last year, and I like their defense. I love Pitino. I like their dog. They run out of scoring. They go on droughts. They look awful with the ball. They get lost. I know it happened last year to them. They lost. Who did they lose to? Arkansas. That was inexcusable. That was such a I think I lost money on that too, but maybe they make a run. This one's hard.
That was like the only upset of last year's tournament.
I'll go St. John's.
Okay, cool. Move on.
Louisville, Michigan State for me.
Louisville for me. Fuck Tom Izzo and Michigan State's whack-ass offense. Louisville's going to put up more points than Michigan State plays defense without Michael Brown. I don't care. They're going to the Sweet 16. January, February, Izzo, dumb.
Bro is yapping for no fucking reason. UCF, UConn. UCF is not very good. I'll take UConn here. What about you?
I will take UConn.
But you have to repeat who your matchup is, by the way, just in case we're different.
UCF, yeah, you're right. It's UCF, UConn for me as well. I'll take UConn. Good call, though.
All right. I have Florida, Iowa. Listen, Iowa, I respect you. I really do, but I'm going to have Florida moving on here.
I do as well. I do think Florida will have an issue in this tournament, but I don't think it comes in the round of 32.
All right. Vanderbilt and Nebraska. Vanderbilt probably wins this game, but I don't want to see Vanderbilt and Florida play again. You know how much I hate fucking rematches and playoffs and tournaments. This is so stupid. Give me fucking Nebraska for a little fun.
Give me Nebraska as well. I have Vanderbilt, Nebraska. Give me Nebraska. I think it's going to be the year of Nebraska, and a trip to the Sweet 16 will be absolutely awesome to watch. This is where I'll hop out on Vandy, a team I've been in on for most of the year. I do think the hype has gotten pretty high with the run to the SEC Tournament Championship and Duke Miles being back. Give me Nebraska.
Auto Gelato, I don't agree with this at all. I don't think anybody's writing off Florida.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm aware. I'm not writing off Florida. I hope they go back to back. It's not where my money would be. That's the most honest, unbiased answer I could give you.
North Carolina against Illinois is who I have in the next round. I'm going to take Illinois. I'll pick North Carolina once. I'm good on that, but I'll have Illinois making it to the Sweet 16.
VCU versus Illinois here, and this is where I'll stand on business. Give me VCU going to the Sweet 16. Wow. They were a trendy team to do this last year, and they let everyone down in the first round. I don't exactly remember who they played, but I know I bet them. This is the year of the VCU run. They're really, really good, and I think Illinois can let you down. They're good. They got plenty of talent, but they can let you down, and I think they will here. VCU advances.
Okay. Here's an upset for me. I got 7 St. Mary's against Houston. You know what? I took Arizona because of this reason. I keep saying it, and I'm going to stand on business. Houston's just not that team for me. They're not. There's things I like about them, but there's not enough. There's not enough for me to respect them too much to fucking be that team that we always want to pretend that they're going to be. And I understand they came very close to winning the national championship. And Sampson's a very good coach. I don't know a goddamn thing about St. Mary's, but fuck it. Got to have a little fun. Give me St. Mary's over Houston.
Same matchup for me. Houston will be winning though. Sorry, I can't get that cute.
That's okay. All right, let's go back to the top in the West. I have Arizona against Villanova. Not going to overthink this one. Arizona's going to beat Villanova.
Yeah, common theme for me. Every time we talk about Arizona, I'm going to have them advancing.
Fair. Okay, I have Wisconsin, Arkansas, 5-4. I'm going to go Arkansas over Wisconsin.
I have 12-seed High Point playing 13-seed Hawaii, and Hawaii going to the Sweet 16.
Absolutely fucking hilarious, and just at zero shot that is going to happen. Okay. BYU in Gonzaga. You know what? I talked about this. I said my darlings, my Cinderellas are going to be Wright State, BYU, and Miami. I'm going to stand on business a little bit. I think BYU is going to beat Gonzaga in the next round is what I have. Give me BYU advancing to the Sweet 16.
I have Texas, Gonzaga, and I don't need a long explanation. Gonzaga will go to the Sweet 16.
All right. Listen, I want to make something super, super clear. I got Miami and Purdue in the next round. Purdue has that look. They really do. They're getting some love. They are getting some love. They're not under the radar. I heard Rothstein, I think, even picked them to go to the Final Four. They look like that team that was the preseason favorite. If you got in on a good number, I know Biev got like 30-1. I think MJ took them as well. I wouldn't MJ's victory lapping Purdue being a good team. I'd relax a little bit. Like the conference tournament, I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock in. Michigan was disinterested, but Purdue has that look, and Fletcher Lawyer is hitting his shots. If he gets hot, this team is a problem. But fuck it, baby. Give me the U. Give me the U over Miami. I mean, the U over Purdue.
Give me the U too. When they're back to victory lapping, not talking about MJ specifically, but the Purdue people, when they're back to victory lapping, Purdue being good, that's when I want to fade them. Give me the U. Fuck Purdue. Fuck Purdue.
Yeah, you just said you too, and it made me start to think about fucking all the hits back in the day. All right, Michigan, St. Louis. Maybe Michigan will make this, or St. Louis will make this game interesting, but I'm gonna go with Michigan.
My exact thought as well. It'll be fun. I think Robbie Avila will have a good game. Michigan's winning though.
Texas Tech and Hofstra. This will be a very fun game. Again, I say that not knowing a goddamn thing about Hofstra. But Texas Tech is my team. I'm kind of standing on business on. I don't care that they lost a couple games to end the season. Give me Texas Tech over Hofstra.
Yep. Give me Texas Tech over Alabama because I would always take Texas Tech in this game against Nate Oates. And then I think they will get to the Sweet 16, which is a great moral victory when you lose your best player. And they'll advance to play Michigan.
Like it. All right. I have Miami of Ohio, SMU playing Wright State. It's probably going to be Tennessee, but whatever. Give me Wright State to make it to the Sweet 16. Fuck it. Got to stand on business.
Cool. I have Virginia playing Miami of Ohio, and I will be taking Virginia to advance.
Okay. I have Kentucky, 7 seed against Iowa State in the round of 32. I'm going to take Iowa State over Kentucky. Not going to overthink it.
As am I.
Okay. All right. Sweet 16. Let's go back to the top, Steak. I have 8 Ohio State playing St. John's. Ohio. Give them to me again. The Ohio State Buckeyes are going to the Elite Eight. They're going to beat St. John's.
I have Duke playing St. John's, and Duke will be beating St. John's. It'll be fun to watch, though, and maybe we'll be there.
Yeah.
Actually, I will go as far as say I will be there. I just don't know if you're going to be there.
Are they playing in DC?
This is in DC. This will be the Sweet 16, and myself and Dumps are going.
Got it. Okay. Michigan State and UConn. You know what? Listen, I got a little action on Michigan State. I got a little action on Ohio State. I'm not going to be too biased here. I don't think UConn is all that in a bag of chips, but at the end of the day, Michigan State's going to do that thing they do. They're going to get to the Sweet 16. They're going to fizzle out. I think UConn. You know what? Fuck it. Give me Michigan State. Fuck UConn. Give me Michigan State. Michigan State, Ohio State in the Elite Eight.
Bro is massacring his bracket, dude. Bro is massacring his bracket with this Michigan State nonsense. Michigan State.
Okay, Hawaii.
Massacre. I have Louisville playing UConn because bitch-ass Michigan State's already out of this tournament in my bracket. Give me UConn. Duke, UConn. That'll be the Elite Eight game. We're at Crack Rock.
Okay.
Crack Rock. In the game, of course. We'll be doing Crack Rock at the fucking Duke UConn game.
You have to do that, by the way. You really do.
I'm doing it. I'm just doing it sarcastically to piss you off. In the game, of course. Yeah,
you're not pissing me off, brother. I didn't make these rules, okay? I didn't make these rules. I'll tell you what, you would respect me a lot more if we get a fucking slap on the wrist. How about that? I gotta tell you something. You're making fun of my bracket being dead. UConn might actually lose to Furman. So relax with the fucking UConn slurpage over there. Let's keep moving. I got Florida, Nebraska in the Sweet 16.
Awesome game.
Florida. Hate to say
it. Yeah, this is not where the Florida's being stopped either.
Yeah, it's going to be Florida.
Nebraska's going to have, I think, a decent tournament, but I don't know that they got this in their bag.
I still don't know a goddamn thing about St. Mary's. I have them playing Illinois. How far do I want to go with the St. Mary's standing on business? Can anybody back it up? Is St. Mary's good?
Our brackets are so different that I don't even know what are you at? Are you?
I am at the Sweet 16 of the bottom left region. So,
and what's your matchup?
I have Illinois playing St. Mary's.
That's so crazy. I have VCU playing Houston.
Fuck it. Sorry, MJ. I'm going to go St. Mary's over Illinois. Fuck it.
Okay. I'm going to go Houston over VCU.
Oh, they're the tallest team in the country. Let's go. As a 5'8" guy, I respect the fuck out of that. Give me height or give me death in GTA. Arkansas, Arizona. Steak, I know you can't shut up about Arizona. Oh, Arizona this. Oh, Arizona that. I got news for you, baby. Crank big fucking hog right on your fucking oily ass forehead. Not that your forehead's oily. I was just thinking of something to put before that, and that's the first thing I thought of. Oily forehead. Arkansas is going to beat Arizona. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, they're not. They won't even fucking be here. Arizona advances against Hawaii. Yeah, laugh it up, buddy. You're cranking hog.
Yeah.
You're cranking hog. You're cranking hog after everyone's already done it. It's like literally you're the 1000th guy to go at Bonnie Blue. That's what you are. You're number 1000.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's actually
you're batting cleanup.
Yeah.
Emphasis on cleanup.
That would suck, by the way. Like that's crazy. Yeah, that's
Look
great.
at Sports says she's pregnant. You're going after the guy that got her pregnant.
Bonnie Blue is pregnant?
Who's the lucky guy?
No way. That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah, anyway, it's true. DJ's right. You're raising her child.
BYU against Miami. I like BYU to make a little splash in this tournament. I really do. I like BYU to make a little bit of a splash, but I don't know, man. They have no depth. Miami's got a couple of guys. They're not all that good. I think DeBonta is good enough to fucking put the team on his back, dude. And I like Robbie Wright. Some call him Scooby Wright. Give me BYU over the U.
All right, cool. Give me Gonzaga over the U.
Okay. All right, bottom right region. Michigan and Texas Tech. Pains me to do it. Michigan's going to win this game.
Yeah, Michigan's winning this game. The fun ends here. Texas Tech, nice story, getting the Sweet 16 without topping. Give me Michigan.
Michigan wins this game. All right, yep. Iowa State, Wright State is what I have in the Sweet the Sweet 16. Give me Iowa State over Wright State.
I have Virginia, Iowa State's chalk here. Give me Iowa State to go play Michigan. That sounds like a good time.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Elite Eight, back to the top left, Steak. Ohio State and Michigan State. I'm taking the Buckeyes again. That's right, Biev. Get ready, motherfucker, because it is about to be OHIO all up in this son of a bitch. Keep laughing, Mr. fucking Hawaii. Keep laughing. Go ahead. What do you got?
Your fucking bracket's going to be deader than Charlie Kirk by fucking day one. Duke, UConn. Obviously, this is going to be the matchup. Duke, fucking UConn. Okay. Duke will win.
Yeah. All right. Fucking
in the game, of course.
Yeah. All right. Florida and St. Mary's. This is where I'll give Florida their respect.
Really? This is where? Oh, I was gonna say, what are we doing?
Beat that fucking ass, baby. St. Mary's going to the Final Four against Ohio State. We got an 8-7 chaos that nobody sees coming. And I don't even know what St. Mary's fucking looks like. All I know is they're the tallest team in the country because I just learned that about 15 seconds ago. That's right. You heard it here first. St. Mary's in the Final Four against Ohio State. That's right. Oh, you're shocked. You're stunned. Oh, my God. No way. No way the Florida Gators. What do you have that look for?
Because there's like 300 people watching you pick this bracket. You know, when he says, son, people can see you. People are watching you. St. Mary's, Ohio State. You've flown off the rails. You've gone off the rails. You're trying to be too cute.
What do you want me to do?
Obnoxiously cute. Obnoxiously cute. Ohio State and St. Mary's Final Four. Do you actually believe that?
Not really.
God, we have gotten out of control. Out of control if your bracket has Ohio State, St. Mary's, and you're not backtracking. So
I'm not rage baiting.
It feels rage baity, dude. It feels rage baity.
I'm not.
Anyways, I have Houston beating Florida, which I think is a decent upset, not compared to whatever the fuck you got going on in your cracket. We're gonna call it a cracket, not a bracket. The Degen cracket, dude.
All right.
Anyways, I got Houston advancing to play Duke. It'll be a great Final Four game in the real world, not in your fantasy la la land with fucking rainbows and unicorns and lollipops and Ohio State, St. Mary's fucking Final Fours. My God.
Okay, but hold on a second. I'll say this: if my bracket is the worst bracket of all time, but Houston doesn't even make it out of the round of 32, we're gonna revisit this
for sure. It's at when we've gone over 2 hours on Wednesday. We'll know exactly where we're at.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the top right. Okay. I have Arkansas, BYU in the Elite Eight. I'm going to go with Darius Acuff, and I will be the 1001 guy on Bonnie Blue's hype train. Give me the Arkansas Razorbacks to make the Final Four.
Cool. Give me Arizona beating Gonzaga.
Yep. Okay. All right. Michigan and Iowa State.
This is the only Elite Eight matchup we both have.
Wow.
So that shit's not happening.
No, it's not happening. Yeah. Listen, man. Michigan's really good. But you know what? Iowa State's doing that thing they do every year. Every fucking year. Every year. And you know what, Steak? I keep talking about how I'm not going to do it. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to learn from my lessons. Michigan is probably the best team, at least left in my bracket, that should just cakewalk to the championship. But that's not what I'm going to pick. And I'm not trying to rage bait. I'm going to go in on the Cyclones. I'm going to go in on the Cyclones.
That's the least rage baity thing you've said today.
The Cyclones are going to upset Michigan in the Elite Eight.
Yeah. I will take Arizona. I have 3 number ones and a 2 seed in the Final Four. I don't give a fuck if you like it. There's a big, big gap between the best teams in college basketball. And I think we can have a little fun in the beginning of this tournament, but then you're going to find out.
Hold on. I was given fake news. Cam's Money is saying St. Mary's is the 15th tallest team in the tournament. Cool. I have to go back.
You're not going back.
Dude, I actually
7.
I'm kind of doing what I did last night. I blacked out a little bit. I don't St. Mary's is not that team that I really want to go to war with. And I don't
even know how it happened. I
have them beating
how we got
Houston, there. Illinois, and Florida. There's just no way that's happening. That's not happening. I don't know. I don't like that I did that. I don't think I like that. I'm not St. Mary's is not that. I don't know what they look like. I haven't seen.
Why would this clip that Book just passed be called Inspiring Spooky Artichoke Ginger Power?
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm really not making a troll bracket, to be fair.
Yeah, but you know.
Okay, but hold on. To be fair, I wrote an article on the Book It Sports website betting on Ohio State, betting on Michigan State, betting on Texas Tech, betting on Arkansas, and betting on Miami as my long shots to win it all. So I'm kind of backing up what I said weeks ago. Do you understand that? That's not troll. That's not rage bait.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. You know what I am doing though? What I've realized is I'm backing my bets too much. It's not.
I'm going to trademark crack it when the person who made the bracket is on crack.
That's fine, but I've realized I've bet on Ohio State to do too much. I bet on Arkansas to do too much, and I just don't know why I started picking St. Mary's to win all these games. I don't know why. I need to
finish up, bud. Let's finish up.
Well, the good news is you could do more than one bracket, so I'll also do another bracket. I'm doing 2 bracket guy. I'm only in one fantasy football league, and I'm in 2 brackets.
Let's hear about your Final Four, dude.
Okay,
who's gonna win? Who's gonna win in St. Mary's, Ohio State?
This is unfortunately where the 15th tallest team in the country, and Cam also said the least experienced team in the tournament. This is where their run ends. So I'm going to go Ohio State to the championship.
You know what that would be like if they beat all those teams you said before just to lose to Ohio State? That would be crazy. It would be like slaying a dragon, then a gorilla, and then a lion, and then a rabbit gets you. That's what it would be like.
By the way, thank you. You make one bracket in 60 seconds, one with your heart, one with your research. Everybody's
that is not validating you. That is not validating you.
Come on,
Kiffin, you got to be careful with this guy because he will take a mile when you give him an inch. So be careful trying to act like you're validating him. That's not validating. There are hundreds of people listening to you choose a bracket. You could have picked your stupid little heart bracket on by yourself on the drive to Nashville tomorrow.
I know. But to be fair, where can I read about St. Mary's in an article? I'm not trying to hide that. I don't know. I don't know what anybody on this team looks like. I've never seen them play one.
Totally fine. So who's winning Ohio State St. Mary's to go to the national championship?
Ohio State is beating St. Mary's.
Okay, man. Okay. I will take Duke to beat Houston. Call me crazy. This show has to end. 11 minutes past your bedtime.
Yeah, I can't wait for a nap. All right. On the other side, this is actually kind of fun. Arkansas, Iowa State.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. She moves her body like a cyclone. Give me Iowa State. Who do you have?
I'm gonna take Arizona to play Duke, and it's gonna be awesome. Rematch of I think the 2001 Natty, which I think might have been also the last time Arizona was in the Final Four. Give it to me. Inject it into my veins. Arizona Duke. What a wonderful national championship game. I'll just pick my winner right now. Arizona. Arizona's winning it all. Congrats, Arizona fans.
So your bracket is a mountain of chalk with a little splash of High Point, Hawaii.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Ohio State is playing Iowa State in my championship. Who do you think I'm going to pick?
I mean, at this point, you have to pick Ohio State.
No.
Oh my God, you're picking Iowa State?
Yeah. Iowa State's winning it, and the total in this game is going to be 144.5.
Well, I don't give a fuck what the total is. I'll tell you something that I have become super confident about since starting the stream with you and talking. Can I tell you what it is?
Please.
TCU is winning round one.
Oh, shut the fuck
It might be just a literal, just skull fucking of a lifetime. TCU to the moon.
You're doing a flip flop right now?
Yeah.
You're doing a flip flop right now?
Right now.
You're such a fucking loser. I'll tell you exactly what this is. You ready for this? This is when we were doing the Pickett stream with Krabs and Jovan, and Krabs was like, all my buddies like the under in the Super Bowl, and you got all giddy, and you were like, I'm going to shit nuke the over. You just went through this entire thing with me, and how much I love Ohio State is now in your brain, and you want to be contrarian and fade me. That's what you want to do. I am Krabs group chat right now. So now you're going to say, oh, from thinking Ohio State was going to beat TCU, now all of a sudden TCU is going to win. Go fuck yourself.
I did not want to fade you.
Ow.
And I did not want to fade you until you had them going to the national championship.
This is one bracket out of three. Two. I'm doing two brackets. Three's too many.
It's the one you're sharing with the world.
Yeah, I probably should have been a little bit. I probably should have done this bracket in private.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to look like an idiot, just so we understand. I'm not. I think I gave pretty good reasons for everything, except St. Mary's. I'll own it. I don't know what got into me with St. Mary's, and I really regret it. I regret it. I don't know anything about this team. I don't know why I did that. Are you talking to somebody next to you? What the fuck is going on?
I'm speechless.
Yeah. I don't want to be on record as picking St. Mary's to go to the Final Four. But I don't have a choice.
All right, last thing I'm going to say, then we're going to end stream. Last thing I'm going to say.
Wait. We're going to sign off, but hold on. Is there anybody in the chat right now watching? I don't know how many people we have exactly. It says like 110 on YouTube, 150 in Twitch. There's probably some on Twitter. Can somebody, don't try to be nice, not like anybody would be nice anyway. Is there anybody watching this that does know college basketball, that does have St. Mary's at least going to the Elite Eight? Does anybody like this team? Just shut up. I'm not asking you. You don't know ball. Hold on. Nope. No. Negative. St. Mary's ain't seen the second weekend. Okay. All right. Hold on. Me, to be honest, before I came in here, yes. They couldn't beat Santa Clara on a neutral. Sorry, no. Unfortunately, no. Steak has to pierce his nipples if St. Mary's and Ohio State make the Final Four. Okay. There's just two guys that said yes. No, they're slow and weak. Fuck.
Okay, we move on.
Where are we moving to?
Okay. Aaron Judge. I'm going to form an alliance with Krabs. I'm not betting him under home runs or anything like that all year. I just want to form an alliance with Krabs and say that Aaron Judge is actually a bitch when it matters. It's real. I don't care the stats you have to back up Aaron Judge being clutch. Never seen him do it ever in my life. The guy's a bitch when it matters. It's true.
Okay, that's fine. I respect your take, but you keep saying about the stats. I just want to remind you, and this is the last time I'm going to say this, okay? The stats do back up that he's not clutch.
I think I got POD Pete in my brain. Because he came on BTL and he was just so good at arguing and defending Judge.
Oh, yeah.
It just convinced me.
Yeah.
He was so persuasive in his argument.
I missed that. I should probably go back and watch it. Maybe we'll watch tomorrow when we drive to Tennessee.
It was really good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good take. All right, guys. Boots on ground. We get some lunch, maybe a smoothie. Steak's got some things to do. We're going to shut it down. Beers in a couple hours. Looking forward to it. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your Wednesday.
Goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.
Everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
See ya. Goodbye. Good luck on your wagers. Goodbye.